good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, co-host, part host. Me and Bart got to figure out. We're gonna have to figure out how we announce because we're both hosts, right? Like this is both of our podcasts, both of our channels. We're gonna have to figure out how we say, co-host, I guess, co-hosts, whatever. Host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. And welcome back, guys. It is a ton of you in here today, and we are so glad to have you guys back here with us to spend your Saturday mornings talking about the greatness that is PlayStation, right? So, this is episode 3, guys, and we building. We definitely, myself and Bari, we definitely got things under control. I think we're really starting to get a nice flow going, man. Me and Bari. So, today's episode is going to be a really great episode. We got a lot of stuff to talk about today. Miles Morales info, Kina info, third party on PS5 is struggling. What? We're going to have to talk about that. That is going to be the topic of the show. And trust me, guys, that topic discussion is going to be glorious because we got some news last night. And somebody's getting exposed. But listen, with that being said, before we get into anything, like I said, I want to thank the you guys, because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. The support and love and stuff like that you guys have continuously given us is so appreciated, and you guys are the best, right? So before we get into any news today, I have to introduce my host, the second host of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. I'm talking about my bro, Bari. Bari, please introduce yourself to the people and let us know what's good.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Jay Bari, man. Hey, yo, Persona. We are both the hosts, man. We're gonna say host. I am your host. I can say we're a host. We're all hosts out here. We're hosting. You know what I mean?
We hosted.
We're hostess. Yeah, I mean, we got all the cakes and everything, man. Like hostess. You know what I mean? But welcome, guys, to episode 3 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast, man. It's a pleasure seeing all these beautiful people in the chat.
Big facts.
What is good, guys? Appreciate it. Shout out to Ghostface that does subscribe as well, man. Ghostface killer out here, man. PlayStation Nation, stand up. What's Up PlayStation Podcast? It's going to be a good episode today, Persona, man. I'm very excited to talk about all these things. And yes, the exposure is real. Listen, one thing I got to tell people, never disrespect the PlayStation Nation. You know what I mean?
Facts.
You can't come out here and just be talking yin yang, all this yin yang when it comes to the PlayStation Nation, because we work together. When we're ready to expose somebody,
yes.
We're clicking, clacking, we're typing all over the place. We're running to each other DMs like
I was gonna do it. I was about to call through like
exactly. You know what I mean? We're like, hey, that guy is spreading false information. Don't you do it?
You got to hit him with the Game of Thrones. Shame.
Shame. We don't mess around here over the PlayStation Nation. So when you come in with PlayStation news, make sure you are factual. Make sure you're accurate, because we out here. But guys, welcome everybody. I see everybody in the beautiful chat, man. And we appreciate the support that we have been getting with the podcast.
Hold on, Mike. Before we get into any news and talk about anything, guys, for those that may follow me on my personal channel, you guys know that I always love to give you guys a round of applause. So let's do this right, Bari. Round of applause for the people in the chat.
Hey.
Shout out to y'all, man. We appreciate y'all so much. So yeah, Bari, I think we've got a really good show. Should we get right into it? Yeah.
So let's get right. Listen, this is the What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Let's get right into it, man. You know what I mean? We already lubed everybody up. Okay, let's go right for it.
All right. So we like to start off with talking about the games through the week and let you guys know some of the great games that have hit PlayStation this week, right? So for this week, we've got Brunch Club, Hyperscape, Prehistoric Dude, Tywag Ver Niemand, Banner of the Maid, Escape from Tethys, Zero Strain, Alto Collection. Fairy Tale came out last week, didn't it?
If Fairy Tail came out last week
All right,
on it, well, it's pretty much the end of the week.
all right, yo. So
No, Fairy Tail came out in July.
it did, yeah.
Yeah, Fairy Tail
Mine's
came out
faster.
July
Okay.
31st.
Okay. Golf, Metamorphosis, Thief Simulator, Through the Darkness of Times,
Hold on,
Burger
what
Time.
simulator? Oh, Thief. I
Thief
thought you said
Simulator.
Thief. I was about to say, what is going on with these games?
Thief Simulator, Thief Simulator, Thief Simulator, Through the Darkness of Time, Burger Time, Cave Time,
Okay, a lot of times.
Darkestville Castle, EA
Okay,
Sports UFC 4,
big game.
yeah, very big game, Horror Adventure, Sword Art Actualization, Lycrios
That came
came
out
out
already
already.
as well. Yep,
That,
yep.
yeah, if you're not a fan of Sword Art, don't buy that game. I'm just saying.
A lot of dialogue.
A lot. Zombie Driver Immortal Edition. Right. So those are the games that have
Your
come
Persona.
out. What's up?
What is up with some of these names? Burger Time, Cave Time,
Yeah,
Darkestville Castle.
this is a real quirky week.
Yo,
For games
listen,
this
listen
week,
to this.
man.
Listen to this title: Horror Adventure. What? Who's gonna play that? Yo, first of all, you
Metamorphosis.
you disrespected prehistoric dude. You got to say it with a little emphasis. It's prehistoric D. You know what I mean?
Prehistoric dude.
Yeah. There we go. There we go.
This is definitely. I definitely think this is a really quirky week for games. It's pretty. I mean, it's a great week for games too. Don't get it twisted. But
That zero
quirky.
strain looks good though. Like it's a little small, little indie game. I saw
Which
some of the
one was it?
screenshots there.
Which one? I'm trying to remember which game because there was a game that did come out this week on here. It's a hack and slash anime style game. I mean, the graphics ain't perfect, but that combat looked really fun.
That might be that zero strain. It might be that zero strain.
Yeah, with the
I'm
guy
about
and the
to look
girl
it
with
up
the
right now.
sword.
I'm about to look at it right now.
Yeah, I wanna see that because that one looked really. One of the games on here did look really, really, really good. And I was gonna snatch that up because it definitely looked fun. I think this is it.
Oh,
Nah.
Sword Art. Yeah, Sword Art Online did come out this week.
It did. I bought it.
Yeah.
I bought it like 2 weeks ago. When did I buy Sword Art?
You got it early. You got it early.
Yeah, I bought Sword Art right before Ghost of Tsushima came out, and that's when I bought that. So I don't know. I mean,
Oh, you know what a game they missing here? Is it wrong to pick up girls in the dungeon?
oh yeah,
From Familiar Myth Infinite. Yo,
Yeah.
I love that anime. Yo, real talk.
yeah,
Yo,
yeah,
that anime, it grew on me, man. Dope anime. If you guys haven't played that yet, but yeah, Zero Strain is like $8 on the PlayStation Store. You get a
Yeah.
little discount on
yeah.
through PS Plus. But it looks straight. According to the screenshots, it's definitely something I look at. I'll play.
I was gonna say you gotta look at some gameplay because the gameplay might
It's one of those top down kind of pilot games.
Yeah, yeah.
It looks straight.
I was trying to find. Oh, they put out the $100 edition for Sword Art.
Oh,
That's
Burger
okay.
Time was a NES game.
It was.
Yeah, that's why the name seemed like so old school. I never played Burger Time
Yeah.
back in the day like that.
Oh, the dice is that game on here? The Dice is Cast? No, it's not. So okay, so there's a PlayStation 4. There's a game that released. It's called The Dice is Cast. Hold up, The Dice is Cast. I'm gonna show this. This game. This was the game that I was looking at, and it looked like really, really dope because it's hack and slash. Anything hack and slash, I'm all for. It's a day one.
Right.
So, when I seen this, I was just like, yo, this is kind of cool. So I just want to show this real quick. Let you guys see.
And Persona,
this.
how come you ain't pick up that Fast and Furious Crossroads yet, man?
Yeah, I'm not picking that up. Why would I pick that up? Nah. This
All I'm
ain't.
saying
This
is
ain't.
that you promised everybody a stream with that Fast and Furious, man. So
Yeah, this is the Dice's Cast. This game looked pretty cool. It's on the store right now, and
hold up, we got a white hair character with swords.
Yeah, it
Man,
looks
you
pretty
down
cool.
my alley.
Yeah, it looked pretty. It looked pretty dope when I was looking at gameplay of it. So I was just like, yeah, this is
The sword looks cool. It's feeding into our
the weeb vibes. You feel me?
weeb vibes.
Yeah, it looked all right. You know, it didn't look too. It didn't look too
Oh
bad.
man,
It looked all right.
it's a mobile game.
Nah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's definitely one of those games you definitely steer clear from on a regular basis. But it looked alright, you know. I was like, it looked cool, look alright. It looked okay. It looked okay.
Yo,
All right.
Persona, listen. You know me, I know you. You know me, and I know you. I know you more than you know me, but you know me more than I know you. This game is a scam. It's a scam.
It looked okay. It looked okay. That's all I'm saying. It looked okay.
Nah, I think you was going by them screenshots when you saw that gameplay. You was like, let me fall back.
Yo, it was alright. It was alright. It was alright. But yeah, so that those are the games that's coming out. Those are the games that came out this week. So Bari, I gotta ask you, spotlight game for the week for you, man. What is the spotlight game for you?
All right. So my spotlight game for this week, or yeah, definitely this week. I got into this game pretty late, and I'm gonna email the developers telling them, listen, next time you have a beta, you send it to me first. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not waiting. You send it to me first, okay? But Genshin Impact.
Okay.
Yo, I'm loving the game, man. I'm definitely loving this game. The performance issues is there. It does be sometimes you see the frame drops, and you're not even doing anything. You just traverse it through the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like the combat. I like the combat a lot. You know, I had to get a little acclimated to the button layout.
Mm-hmm.
But once that happened, I was enjoying the game, man. Really open world. I love how dynamic the game is too. Like you be burning, and then you can roll into some water, and it was like, okay, wait, it explains everything that's happening within your character. If you're burning, if you're frozen, if you're wet, slow you down. They need to speed up the swim speed though. Swim speed is a little slow, but I see where everybody coming from when it comes to Breath of the Wild type vibes.
Mm-hmm.
With a stamina bar, if you climb in, it takes up stamina. If you swim in, it takes that up. And how dynamic the world is within that game.
Mm-hmm.
But this game is obviously in a larger scope than Breath of the Wild, and the online portion of it is going to open up and all that. But yeah, I'm really digging it, man. I see what everybody's saying about the game, and this game has a lot of potential. Just hopefully it can just run smoother. Give me some stable frame rates, and
the frames is the problem. It's a great game. Don't get me wrong. I love the game a lot actually, but it definitely the performance issues is definitely something that they really need to look at and fix.
Very detailed world. Very very detailed game, man. Like that, this is a game you're gonna be in the menus. Sometimes you're gonna be in the menus. Figuring out some stuff.
And
the
combos that you can kind of like mix up is pretty dope too. Because you could be doing like one combo with one character, switch right on the fly and continue it and extend it. Switch like it's got a lot of potential.
Yeah, the combat is cool with the switching. Mm-hmm. Like there's times where I will pop an enemy back, right? Because you hold circle and he does like the slash thing, and it will pop him back. And I'll switch right into the arrow girl, and she would just do her little flurries, and then I'll switch back and do my little wind move. The dope potential with the combat and the combos in that game. I'm waiting to get to the ice dude, because once I get that, it's gonna be a wrap. But I'm liking it a lot, man. That's definitely my my spotlight game, even though I'm super late to the beta.
Yeah, man, you gotta next time speed that up. You feel me? So for me, I think if you follow me on Twitter, then you I think everyone here knows what my spotlight game is this week. Spotlight game this week is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 demo.
Look at you.
Demo. Listen, I've been waiting for this. I'm first off, I'm really excited that we have this game back in our hands, and it's definitely something that I've loved this game for like forever, right? So the fact that we've got this game back is something that definitely I'm really happy and excited about. And jumping into it yesterday, as soon as it came on, you see Tony Hawk on the front, and like the game looks beautiful. The game looks very, very, very beautiful, and um, it was fun. I'm rusty. That's why I didn't stream it. I'm rusty, and I ain't put up no videos because your boy is definitely rusty.
He ain't got no combos with the flips and shit yet.
I'm rusty right now. I'm rusty. But I'm doing my
that
thing.
that game been out on PS1, right? I mean, of course it's gonna be rusty, man.
When I say rusty, like it was bad. Like I'm better. I'm better now.
How does it feel as far as like do you feel like did they modernize the game a little bit, or is it just like a up-res new textures of the PS1 game?
No, it definitely feels different, right? Because there's 3 different control modes that you can choose. You can choose the new refined control mode, which is what I was playing on, or you can do classic Pro Skater 1 or Pro Skater 2 control modes. I stuck with what the default was, which was the new upgraded version. It's very smooth, right? It's
As it should.
Yeah, it's smooth and very responsive, right? So like I'm going from I'm grinding the rails, and then I'm jumping onto the half pipe, and then I'm doing not a manual. I'm doing like a flip, and then I go from a flip straight into a manual to keep the combo going, and then I jump onto a pipe. Keeping the balance and stuff like that is on point. Going straight back into it, going into an ollie. Like it's great. Like it feels good. It's funny too, because like playing it, I felt like a kid again. Like I really felt like a kid. Playing. Trying to get the best combos, trying to master the combos and things like that. The music selection that they had too is really dope. I think that's really important, especially if you're playing these types of games. You definitely want to have some dope music playing. So they really had great music playing, and
Yo, is this demo available for everybody? Or is this like pre-order?
Nah,
demo?
you gotta. So you have to have pre-ordered the game on the PlayStation Store to get the demo. Because when I woke up yesterday morning, the demo had auto downloaded. Like it was already downloaded and waiting for me to play. Had a countdown and everything. I'm like, okay.
Yo,
cool.
we in a demo and beta phases right now. So much betas and demos out, man. It's hard to keep up, man.
Yeah, like between this and Avengers, like I've been just going back and forth playing both of these games for a while.
Yeah. I've been on Avengers hard body beta as well, and it definitely improves, man. As far as the performance, still some hitches here and there, but overall from that first week to this week, the improvements is there.
A big upgrade, a big upgrade.
And button prompts actually work now, Persona.
Yes,
where I can do my finishers and do some combo finishers now better.
Have you noticed that the enemies are a bit more aggressive? Have you noticed that at all? Playing?
Yeah, I did notice that.
Because I'm playing in the harm room. I'm playing on challenge. I'm playing on hard, and I was playing with Kamala. And I'm like, these guys are a little aggressive, a little more aggressive than what I remember from last week.
So I had like a maxed out Iron Man, and I was just like, all right, let me warm up, go to harm room, put it on challenge 3. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, what? I got down in challenge 3? Yeah. When I was doing that last week.
Which is it's funny because challenge 3 is only a 5, like you're only below 5 power. So it's like, why am I getting washed like this?
Last weekend, I was like, the harm rooms was nothing. You know what I mean? So
because we was playing on the hardest difficulty too with the harm rooms, and they were still like, they were hard, but they weren't like, oh my god, I'm sweating type of thing. These felt really different.
I have a level. When I went to, I had level 10 Kamala. My power level was like at 23 or 24.
Yeah,
and I went to brutal, And yo, yo,
you can't do that by yourself with 3 AI.
nah, because the AI they're not taking out certain individual enemies
Yeah,
to make it a much easier time.
yeah,
You
yeah,
have those sentry turrets and the flying enemies have to take them out when you playing on those brutal difficulties because they snipe you, man.
yeah.
And if three of them is throwing them tracking beams or the tracking lightning at you or the
Mm-hmm.
tracking missiles, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be a wrap.
I agree. I agree. I think they're going in the right direction when it comes to this game. I love it. You feel me? I love the game, so
Yeah.
it's definitely one of those things that is day one for me. But yo, let's get into some news, Barry. Can we talk about some news now? Can we talk about the greatness that is PlayStation that's been going on this week? Because it's been a lot.
Let's talk about the news.
Okay, so
That's the intro.
Kena, Bridge of Spirits.
Oh,
I think this is a game that we all love so much, right? So they pretty much confirmed that it's gonna be a free upgrade for the PS5.
as it should be.
What's your thoughts?
Um, I mean, I'm not surprised. You know what I mean? Like, we saw this happening with a lot of the PlayStation, games that, PlayStation 4 games are going to be free upgrade to PS5. Kena is going to be launching this simultaneously on PS4 and PS5. So the people that still haven't upgraded, to a PlayStation 5 yet, and if you still have you buy the PlayStation 4 version and you get to the PlayStation 5 whenever you do, you will have that free upgrade there. But yeah, I'm excited for the game. The game looks beautiful. Definitely want to learn more about the game. But definitely stay tuned to What's Up PlayStation podcast.
Oh yeah.
For
you don't divulge too much just yet. Don't divulge too
Well,
much now.
we don't want to break NDAs. We don't want to break NDAs. But I'm excited for this game. I'm excited for this game. Beautiful looking game. The art direction is beautiful. The combat that we've seen a little bit looks amazing as well. It looks like it got a little mix of Pikmin when you messing around with a little spirit characters, or like a little Nino Kuni type thing with the squigglies or the what were they called in Nino Kuni Part 2? I forgot what it was called.
Higgledies.
Higgledies, yeah, So I'm excited, man. I'm definitely excited. The roll looks amazing. Look at that dodge, looks amazing. I can't wait for the game, and it's just good that good gesture. If you get a PS4 version, you get a free upgrade with PS5, which most of these games should do.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree 100%. It's definitely one of those games where I'm really. It's funny too because when we first seen this at the PS5 launch event, well, not launch event, but the PS5 event, this was one of those games that stole the show for me. Because the art style, the way it looks, the combat, the music, it really looks like the developers putting a lot of time and passion and love into creating this game. So it definitely stole the show for me. When it comes to, it being free for PS5 people, like if you buy it on the PS4, you get a free PS5 upgrade. I'm not so. Barry, should these things really surprise us when they get confirmed?
I mean, just a month ago, people was assuming that PlayStation was anti-consumer, and robbing their consumers for not offering these free upgrades that mostly every game that has been announced is getting.
Exactly. So I'm not surprised at this, right? Personally, I wasn't buying this on PS4 anyway. This was strictly, I'm buying a PS5 version, like straight up. Because the PS4 and PS5 versions are releasing simultaneously.
Quick update. So I had this game originally as a launch title, but the developers came and said we haven't announced that it's coming out on launch of the PlayStation 5, but it is coming out holiday 2020. So it is coming out this year, later on this year, but they did not confirm if it was a launch title or not. But regardless, I'll have a PS5 when this game comes out.
I mean, even if it comes out, so if it's not the launch day of the PS5, what, December 1st or whatever, the second week of December or something like that.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a day one. You get what I mean? Like, it can come out, the next day after the PS5 launches. It's getting bought.
Yeah,
It's
like
getting
nobody
bought.
gonna be like, oh, let me think about this. Should I purchase Kina?
Nah, Keena's top of the
Register?
list. Keena's definitely top of the list. Kina and Miles Morales.
Kina,
Oh,
yo, we need a remix Sick Humor TV. Hit the DMs. We're gonna get a nice little song going.
oh, that Keena
Uh,
song. We definitely need that
Kina
for sure.
and Miles.
Keena and Miles. Listen, I'm still waiting for my Rapid Pack Math song from Sick Humor. So,
Oh,
you know, shout
where.
out to
Shout out
Sick.
to Sick.
So yeah, let's kind of segue into the Miles Morales, right?
Yo, baby.
This game, every time what's funny? Every time the developers come out with more news and information about this game, it's always like a, bam, gotcha, gotcha, bitch.
I always think of you thought.
You thought.
'Cause
If
the funny thing about it, a lot of people have a lot of misconceptions with this game. And me, the light skinned PlayStation gamer that I am, with the best list on YouTube, have been trying to give people the actual factual information rather than pushing this false narrative, this miscommunication, straight up lies about the game. And then every time news come out about this game, we are seeing that yes, this is definitely a PlayStation 5 exclusive game, and it's definitely built for the PlayStation 5, and it's built only for the PlayStation 5. This is not using the same assets as Spider-Man PS4. That's a lie.
hmm,
I just don't understand like why people are continuing trying to push this false narrative. But shout out to the recent news that came out as Persona about to break it down.
of course. So yeah, so it, like I said, when Insomniac comes out with news, they always seem to, like they throw a wrench in there, and it's like, oh well, damn, I thought it was this. No, it ain't this. It's this. So, when it comes to Miles Morales, Insomniac this week released a good amount of information about the game, and they also released a screenshot that I want to show while we talk about this. So, essentially, they pretty much are talking about how. With Miles Morales, he is, they talked about his powers and how he's going to have the Bioshock, and he's going to also have the invisibility things that, none of us that shouldn't be surprised to people that know Miles Morales' story. But Brian, is it Brian? No, Brian Horton. He says that Miles Morales as Spider-Man isn't simply going to be a reskin of Peter Parker's web slinger, saying that Miles Morales is going to be his own Spider-Man. According to the Entertainment Weekly article, the game will give him his own animations, his own movement, mechanics, and his own powers, including Bioshock and invisibility, which we saw a glimpse of in the game trailer. Additionally, the article includes new screenshots, which I'm about to show right now.
And when they say Bioshock, they're pretty much talking about his Venom Sting and his Venom Venom Blast.
Yep.
So
And
Miles can emit like electricity out his hands, which is like Venom Blast, and then he has his Venom Sting that he uses like to sneak up on people and knock them out real quick.
So they released a new, and you guys can see it right there at the bottom, captured on PS5. So we ain't gotta, all of that is there. Like they letting you know, look, this is.
Look at them ray trace puddles.
I was leading right into that. Listen, can we just talk about how beautiful? Look, first off, look at the reflection, the puddle, his hand, right? It looks pretty amazing. Like this screenshot looks seriously amazing. Bari, give me your thoughts on this, man. How are you feeling about this this screenshot
Listen,
and
listen.
everything in it?
The funny thing about this is that Insomniac, just a week later after the PlayStation 5 showcase, they came out with a blog article and a video saying the same exact things that have been saying in the recent stuff that everybody's talking about, the IGNs. They have said these things already, where they said that Spider-Man, Miles Morales is going to be his own character with his own different moves. They explained how Miles, he's not as experienced as Peter Parker, so when he's web slinging, he's going to be flailing around the place because he's inexperienced. He's just getting into being his own Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Well, well, trying to be his own Spider-Man, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in the article, they already explained things like this. They said that is going to be fully developed for the PlayStation 5, right? They said that they're doing new rendering with the characters with 4D scans. They speak about the SSD and near instant loading, ray tracing, 3D audio, dual sense controller. We've upgraded our characters with 4D scans and improved skin shading for more realistic looking characters, right? And they also said many of the city assets has also been updated to take advantage of the new console. But everybody keeps pushing. It's the same assets. It's the same engine. They already explained these things that they have updated this game. They're using the same engine, but they are going to overhaul it for the new hardware. That's normal. That is normal procedures when it comes to games, especially when it's going to the next generation. But also they're innovating with, we're having Miles Morales. He's a different Spider-Man. He's not going to be doing the same move structure. He's not doing the same move list. He's going to be a much different, less experienced Spider-Man. And then it's just a beautiful thing to see that, more these things that Insomniac has been highlighted, right? They've been saying, these things that Insomniac been saying is being highlighted more with these articles that's coming out. The IG is now saying.
Not only that, but even all the stuff that they were saying, you really, when you think about it, you saw it in the trailer. Because the way he was swinging, he's flailing his arms and he's backwards, and like the world in the trailer looks much, much more dense, looks much more much more open. It looks more alive. It looks more realistic. Like everything about this game,
it looks
really is on point. So this is why go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish up. My bad.
This is why when it comes to Insomniac, they are I would put up Insomniac up there with like Naughty Dog and other people, because they really know how to create some really good games. And since being bought by PlayStation, PlayStation's getting their money's worth from these dudes. You feel me? Like PlayStation is really out here. Insomniac is really out here showing out. Realistically speaking, they really are showing out, and it's on point, man. This screenshot alone, like look at his suit, like look at the lines in the suit. Look at how the reflection of the light is bouncing. You see the car in the back and how the light from the car is touching the suit and then bouncing off.
It's funny that you say that, right? Because even you noticed that, right? I was going back and forth on Twitter. They were telling me that it's not fully ray traced because the car lighting is not ray traced. And I was like, what? What are you talking about here, man?
Do they not see the light bouncing off his suit from the car?
It's bouncing off of his suit. It's not like bouncing off like
and
a
surface. I think they did that deliberately. I think this screenshot that they showed is deliberate, because it really is showing the true next gen features to expect in the game. Because look at the puddle.
You see a little the light bouncing a little bit off of the light here behind Spider-Man. Look behind Miles, you see that on the floor where it's lighting, it's lighting up.
Yeah.
Well, the beautiful thing that I like that now is being pushed. What Insomniac been pushing since day one with this game, right? Is that this is what they're saying here. This is a full arc for Miles Morales that started in Spider-Man in the original game. Horton said, we really are completing this hero's coming of age in our game. It's a complete story. And it's just a beautiful thing to see, because they said this the day after the PlayStation showcase. Yeah, there was some mixed messaging here with the some suit all the way in UK. We don't even know this person. I never heard that person's name ever. And we've been following PlayStation for years. Okay. And that some miscommunication happened there, but the next day on that Friday afternoon, Insomniac said this is a standalone, pretty much complete game, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's like, oh nope, this DLC, it's this, is that, is this, and this is just beautiful now to see the industry, these media sites pushing exactly what Insomniac is saying, because now I'm seeing IGN late to the board. Oh yeah, so this is a complete game.
Yeah.
No shit, Sherlock. They be saying that from day one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm excited for this, man. This is an easy buy for anyone that's picking up a PS5.
Facts.
It's like a Breath of the Wild type of situation here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
It's
kudos
this
on
is
PlayStation for that.
definitely this is definitely it's a no-brainer. Straight up. It's a no-brainer. Like why not? Like first off, it's Miles Morales. Second, it looks so great. Like I can't wait to see more gameplay. Like the more gameplay we see, man, the more excited I'm gonna get. Yo, you want to entertain a rumor, Barry? Let's entertain a rumor, yeah?
Let's entertain it, man. Listen,
Let's entertain a rumor. All right.
we here to entertain the people, man. We got 200 people in this chat right now.
Hey, we do. Yo, shout out to the people in the chat. Hold up,
Hit the
man.
like button, guys. Share the stream out. You know, subscribe if you guys are
Round of
enjoying
applause.
if you guys are enjoying the content, you know, subscribe because there's going to be more to come. Trust.
Facts.
Okay.
Facts.
But yo, Persona, let's entertain the rumor.
Guys, ladies, gents, the rumor, right? So this guy, first off, shout out to El Matador. He tagged he tagged me and Bari in this. So you know we gonna entertain it. We gonna happen again. Slow it down. We gonna entertain it. So this guy named Jay Skell, he says Spider-Man Miles Morales story campaign is 25 hours and will have co-op mode. Now, before we even entertain that, I look at it. You gotta always look at the profiles, guys.
Hey, I'm about to change my bio right now. I'm about to put
I'm about to put PlayStation Insider
leaker.
Right, so tweets about game industry, PlayStation specific, formerly worked at PlayStation _ME. This ain't gained no traction. Let's just give it a stack. But first off, co-op in a campaign. Nah, it's just not happening. It's just not. I don't see co-op in a Spider-Man game happening, especially not in this Spider-Man game. Campaign being 25 plus hours.
I can definitely see that.
I can see that, but campaign only, or are we doing campaign plus side content? Now, if it's straight campaign,
when I hear campaign, I'm including like side missions and all that stuff because you're it's part of the experience, right?
Okay, so if we conclude side missions in the story, 25 hours seems about right.
I'm going to say this game is going to be like a good 20 to 25 hour game because it's going to be open world. It's not like it's not going to be open world, right?
Yeah.
It's not like how Uncharted Lost Legacy, you know, that was like a semi, linear experience where Miles Morales is not going to be like a linear experience, so the scaling as far as time, the game is going to be a little bit different, even though it took me like good, 16, 18 hours to complete Lost Legacy. Mm-hmm. But let's listen to what the actual developers say about this game, Persona. Is that a crime?
No, of course not.
We out here listening to these leakers, these industry insiders, but we failed sometimes to let's listen to the words that these developers take the time to type up these articles for. So in the same blog that Insomniac made in the blog at PlayStation.com, he said, "Oh, one last thing. Many of you fans wondered if Peter Parker is okay. Don't worry. We still have much of Peter's story left to tell. But this game is all about Miles, a critical part of our Spider-Man universe. You won't want to miss what's happening." So when I see a comment like this game is all about Miles, and you incorporate it in your leak or your inside information that is co-op, who is he co-oping with? If this game is all about Miles, according to developers, who is he? Is he co-oping with Miles Ghost? You know what I mean? What's going on here? Let's if there's co-op in this game, hey, we'll hold that L. But I'm going with the developer. They said co-op. This game's officially about Miles. It's not going to be no co-op in here, but we'll see.
I don't see co-op happening in this game just because.
And the thing is, like Spider Gwen is a it's in a different universe. That's not the same Gwen Stacy as, in this universe.
Yes.
So we'll see.
I mean, at the end of the day, Spider-Man Miles Morales is day one, like regardless. But I do agree with Bari that, like, with some of these insiders, and our topic later, it's definitely going to touch on this, and we're really going to dig deep into it. But, just to kind of give a sneak peek, we us as a community, especially when it comes to PlayStation, we got to stop putting so much into these insiders. It's getting bad. We'll talk about it later because it's so good that we have to wait. We gotta wait.
Listen,
we have to wait.
Stay tuned for the topic.
Yeah,
but it's always puzzling for me where people like to ignore what the developer is saying and it's going with this insider. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I don't understand it. Like, the developer is clearly outlining everything, and he's like, "Yo, let's get some traction for this guy here, man. Let's retweet this guy's what he's saying about Spider-Man Miles Morales co-op. That's out of the blue.
Right.
I don't see them adding co-op to a game that's a single player game like the original, Spider-Man game.
I agree. All right, but let's move on. Let's get to stay in the realm of Marvel, right? Avengers. We've been talking about this game. We've been talking about this game a lot for like the past 3 weeks. Listen, the game is that good, in my opinion. So War Machine and Captain Marvel found in the Marvel Avengers beta files, right? I know last week Kate Bishop and She-Hulk were found in the Marvel Avengers code earlier this week. But now, since the second wave of the beta has come out, they have found War Machine and Captain Marvel in there as well.
Which makes sense.
Yes, it does. How you feel about that? So let's entertain this. So let's say we know Hawkeye is confirmed, we know Spider-Man is confirmed, only on PlayStation 4. Kate Bishop, She-Hulk, War Machine, Captain Marvel. Do you think that is a solid lineup of extra heroes to be getting?
Yeah, absolutely. Because War Machine is definitely, like, it makes sense within just looking at the characters that they let me scale back. So when they announced Kamala Khan, that's when I knew that there was they're going like the new Avengers, the West Coast Avengers, type characters here, rather than some was like they have the original Avengers there, but seeing the leaks, Kate Bishop, War Machine, those are more like new Avengers type of flow. And then you have other characters. You have Captain Marvel, which was cool that we saw Brie Larson. She was playing the beta, where she posted that she's playing the beta, and like coincidental.
Yeah, that's definitely definitely a tell.
Yeah, she's playing the beta. Like, let's be real. She's definitely gearing up for a promotion. Soon. She's probably going to be in the game, or her character that she plays is going to be in the game. Yeah, for sure. But it makes perfect sense. There's plenty of characters they can be adding here. I'm pretty sure they're going to be adding Scarlet Witch one of these days or something like that. And Spider-Man is a great fit as well. But Spider-Man was never really like an official Avenger. He has affiliated himself with the Avengers time here and there, but he's never been an official Avenger. So we're definitely going to be intrigued to see how his story is going to be within the game. But She-Hulk, another one, makes perfect sense to go in there, because she was later on added into the Avengers as well. But yeah, the more I hear about these characters, Kate Bishop, I definitely got to see how Hawkeye plays before I can get excited about Kate Bishop. But She-Hulk is definitely going to play a little bit more different, a little bit more tamed than Hulk. Captain Marvel is a day one, baby. You already
Captain Marvel is going to be really great.
People have a lot of hate for Brie Larson. I don't know why, but that character, Captain Marvel, that character is a beast.
Not only that, but I think War Machine actually is going to be on point too, because you got to remember, War Machine, he's more of like that militarized suit type of stuff. So we talking machine guns, rockets. Crazy. Like, this dude War Machine he's most likely gonna be fire too. My only She-Hulk, You know, I'm a Hulk fan. I'm a Hulk fan. A huge Hulk fan.
You should be.
She-Hulk. I think with She-Hulk, she would actually be no lie. She would actually be more precise in how
Yeah,
she
she's
fights.
gonna be a
But
lot more tame.
like she'll be more like some martial arts type stuff. Like it wouldn't be, you know, how Hulk is grabbing. Oh, you know, I don't feel like she'll fight like that.
Hulk is wild. She's
Yeah,
more like, yeah, I have a structured fight style,
yeah.
but I'm super OP as well.
Yeah. Kate Bishop's the only one I really don't like at all.
But
At all.
you definitely need those type of characters, like your range characters, in
Yeah.
this type of game.
Yes.
So yeah, I
But
can
that's the
see.
thing too with Hawkeye. I know we talked about this before. I hope Hawkeye has his Ronin style as his fighting style, and because you know there's two style. There's not. I don't want to say there's two styles of fighting, but there's two ways you can approach battles. Right in the Avengers, you got your hand to hand combat, but then you also everyone in the game has a ranged ability type of thing where you know Hulk will pick up a piece of rock and throw it. You know, Iron Man with his beams, Black Widow with her guns, and Kamala Khan. She go, you know, she go Mr. Fantastic, and you know she uses her fist.
Yeah.
So you know, I can looking at Hawkeye. I hope they go the route of Ronin for his hand to hand combat with the sword, and then let him use.
I don't think they're gonna go that route because Hawkeye is no slouch when it comes to hand combat. But they're gonna definitely incorporate. They're gonna incorporate using his bow because he does use his bow to hit people around and all that stuff. I think his heavies is gonna be more range, like Iron Man kind of.
Yeah.
And then you know he has his range attack. But what I do think is that what they're gonna do is they're definitely gonna have Ronin costume.
Like a Ronin
Ultimate? Probably probably as in the marketplace or something like that, or you can probably earn it. They definitely have
or they can probably do it as a Ronin Ultimate though, like because you know with Black Widow when her ultimate is she connects her she gets the staff, and it's electrifying. Yeah. So what if his ultimate is he pull out that sword and he go in like you know? Like,
I think his ultimate gonna be more of a range thing where he's just like probably like a volley or something like that.
I hope they don't go. I hope they don't. I'm hoping. I would want
because you need that. You think about Hawkeye as a close quarter character. It's like that's not his design. Yeah. It's not like Hawkeye and Ronin is the same character as far as Clint, but they're different characters. You know what I mean? Does that make any sense?
No, I get it.
This is not Ronin. This is Hawkeye.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I get it. I mean, I'm hoping they'll incorporate it in some way. You know, I do hope that they do that.
I think they're gonna add a costume in there. I think they're gonna put a costume.
If they do the Ronin costume, that'd be cool too. I want that sword though.
Some of the costumes I see, I'm like, okay, all right, you guys are winning me over, man. I'm just waiting for Thor, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm waiting for Thor, man. I'm waiting for Thor Persona, man, because listen, I'm gonna go ham with that character. Y'all don't understand, bro.
Yeah, Thor. I'm gonna give Thor. When I was playing with him in the early beta, he was definitely really fun, really dope. But to stay on the topic of Avengers real quick. So Marvel Avengers Performance Mode won't hit a consistent 60 frames per second. It is as high and optimal as possible, right? So, Napoli.
That don't make sense.
Vince, I mean, let's hear what the developers got to say. So, Vince Napoli, he had an interview. He was speaking with WCCF Tech, and he pretty much said it's not going to be a consistent 60. It's as high and as optimal as possible. It varies. It's a variable frame rate and depends on the number of characters you might have and the stuff that's going on. We're working on optimizing for that mode in particular. We're actually working on optimizing how we handle the loading of like an effect or the loading of physics in order to maximize it. That sort of stuff is ongoing right now. It happens at the very end of the project to pull out all the bells and whistles and all the stops. And with that mode in particular, obviously the goal is performance. As a combat guy, Personally, I'd love to see 60 frames per second all the time. So we're always pushing for that. That's always the goal. I don't know if we'll hit it in every possible scenario. The game is just too crazy in certain cases to guarantee that.
I mean, I respect his honesty, because it is a game that has a lot of things going on the screen. Everybody's doing their ultimates. You definitely see that frame dip.
Yeah.
But I would love for it to be as stable as possible. But that leading statement there, him saying that, what he said,
It's not going to be a consistent 60 frames.
yeah,
It's as
it's not
high
going
and
to be a
optimal as possible.
consistent, as high as optimal as possible. That don't make no sense. If it's not consistent, it's not optimal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's not as performing well. It's not like the best performing thing.
We do know
But
it's going to be 60 frames on PS5.
yeah.
So,
But for the we're gonna be playing this game way before the PS5
well, yeah,
come
yeah,
out
yeah.
though.
I'm just saying.
And I've been playing in performance mode more. 4K mode does look better, but when I'm playing like online with friends and stuff like that, I definitely need to go into performance mode. But it still drops here and there. Like I wish they would clean it up a little bit better, and make it a little bit more stable. But I do understand what's going on. Like the PlayStation 4, a lot of things are going on the screen. PlayStation 4 is not handling all that, man.
Yeah.
Regardless of which one you have. And like I said, Hulk can be doing his ultimate. Black Widow could be doing her ultimate and her support ability. Iron Man can be doing it, calling Hulk, but a lot of things can be going on in that screen, and there's like 50 enemies on screen. You know what I mean? So I do understand it, and I respect the honesty, though.
Yeah,
Like
I
when
respect the honesty.
when I'm reading it, when you read it out loud, I was like, I respect the honesty that he has here. He's not selling you a pipe dream, that it's stable. He's keeping it real.
Yeah. I think for me personally, I love the game. It really is a great game. The fact that it'll be 60 frames on PS5, I'm like, all right, that's cool. In terms of the PS4, being actually playing the game and seeing everything that's going on and understanding the limits of PlayStation 4 and PS4 Pro, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised that, because you also have to factor in even though these are like instance based missions, they're still very open in the world. Like it's because you got the open world and you got the trees and it's a lot. So the fact that it can't hit a consistent 60, I'm not surprised. I'm not. So I mean the game is still a day one, and I like 4K mode. I mean 4K mode is pretty dope. I know I played in that mode. Yeah, I like it. It looked pretty.
You definitely see the graphical dip, because normally I would play in 4K mode, but that first time we played in the beta, and we played that Tame the Titan mission, bro, I switched that shit instantly. I said, we going to this performance.
Yeah,
and I never took it off.
That mode is definitely that mission will definitely have you wanting to put it in that performance mode.
Instantly,
it's a lot going on.
Instantly. Like I was getting dropped because I was like, I didn't even see the attack coming, so I had to switch that mode. I had to switch to the performance.
Yeah. But yeah, that's the stuff. I'm with it. It's a day one. It's already pre-ordered.
My collection is about to be shipped soon, man. So
I ain't about the collector's edition. You and I, I don't know. The collector's edition just wasn't that cool.
That cap statue look amazing, bro. I'm a huge Marvel fan, man. Like you got little trinkets here and there. I might even send you the Hulk joint. I'll send you the Hulk joint. I don't need that.
Man, there we go. Bari, have you played Fall Guys? Chances are that you have.
No, PlayStation Walk of Shame. I haven't played Fall Guys yet. We should definitely do like a What's Up PlayStation, game night, and have Fall Guys be that game where everybody just come through and
I'm with it. I'm definitely with it. I'm with it.
I haven't played it. I haven't even downloaded it yet.
What? You got to do the Walk of Shame, bro. You got to do the Walk of Shame. How have you not downloaded and played this game yet? What?
I'm going to download it right now since I just deleted Modern Warfare.
All right, that's the step in the right direction. You've deleted Modern Warfare, right? you are on the road to recovery. You know, you have to
Sometimes
cleanse
honest.
your mind of that Modern Warfare stuff and get into
Modern Warfare
the Treyarch mindset.
Hey,
Okay, so then Bari, you're one of the people out of the 8 million that hasn't played the game. In other
8
words,
million?
8 million people have played. So Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout has over 8 million players on PlayStation.
Wait,
I'm gonna be honest with
Persona,
you.
I need to clear that up for a second. 8 million players only on PlayStation?
Yes,
This is just
PlayStation.
Just
Yes,
PlayStation?
Yeah, Steam has 2 million, and PlayStation has 8 million players. 8 million players have on the PlayStation have been playing Fall Guys. This is my thing, right? This is where I'm like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked that this game has actually taken off the way it has, right? But I'm also shocked at how, I'm not shocked at how fun it is, but because I played it last week, right? And the game really is fun. Like the game is really, really, really fun.
You also got to shout out PlayStation putting that joint on PS Plus, man. That was I guess it was a big move, having it there because
the game is $20 if you buy it.
Free. Yo, 8 million on PlayStation alone, that's crazy. Because I'm reading the article here. Yeah, they said PlayStation 8 million.
Yeah, 8 million players.
The game does look fun. I have been watching streams here, and I watched Jack Move stream it.
Yeah.
I've been watching Dr. Disrespect stream it.
Yeah.
And it looked fun. It looks like it got some crazy mini games in there, but it's definitely one of those. It's definitely one of those party games. Like I feel like we should definitely set up a game night one of these days for What's Up PlayStation. Playing this game.
Yeah, whatever.
So if you guys have PS Plus and you haven't downloaded this game yet, please do download it. And we'll announce one of these days a game night where we have everybody come on through and we just play some Fall Guys.
Big facts.
So
congrats to Fall Guys, man. So happy that
you
guys
played
to see that success.
You played it. Where do you? It was a mini review. Like where do you play? So
with it, it's really like a straight up pick up and play. Like there's not really a whole lot that you need to learn. It's very kid friendly. It's very kid friendly. It's definitely a party game. And because I was playing alone, like when you playing with like all 60 of those people, you know how my competitive nature is. So like trying to race to the end, it was so fun because like I'm so enthralled and so into. Oh, dude, I gotta bob and weave this. All right, so one of the game modes is a soccer match. It's like Rocket League, but
I seen that one.
But it's just you, and you gotta like dive towards the ball to make it go into the hole or whatever, right? And move the ball and stuff like that. So hey yo. So it's one of those games where it's really fun. Like that mode, when I was playing that mode, the soccer match mode, that was like I was so into that. It was just so fun. And then there's another mode where,
from what I saw with the soccer mode, you're trying to push the ball into the goal, but then it turns into like the other people that's playing, they're trying to like block you from pushing it.
It's a soccer match, so they're trying to. Okay, so they drop two. They drop 2 balls on the field.
Hey!
Why am I explaining this? They drop 2 balls on the field. And you gotta, it's like 8. It's like an 8v8 type of thing. That's normally when they have the soccer match type of thing, 8v8, 10v10 or whatever. And you gotta stop. You gotta stop from going to, from them making the goal. So it's a soccer match, and it's fun. It's really, really fun. Then there's another mode where everyone lands on this platform. So there's these different layers of platforms. So
the
hexagons, and you got to keep. So you have to stay. You have to stay on the. You have to keep moving around, but also still stay on the hexagons. Now, obviously, there's like 4 or 5 different layers, and whoever falls to the very, very bottom and dies, they lose.
Yeah, that looks so fun. That looks like you got to take some strategy into that.
Yeah, it does. It definitely. I won. I should have saved my match too.
And a little bit of luck.
I should have saved my match because I actually won a Fall Guys match, yo. I should have saved my match. I didn't save it,
Oh yeah,
but it's
I'm winning the match. That's getting saved instantly.
yo. It was really yo. The game is really fun, and it can you can get lost in it because even if you lose, you're like, all right. So next time when it's this game mode, I'm gonna do this and go through here. And there's this other one where it's the fruit. It shows the fruit on the floor, and it shows where the fruit, like the panels with that specific fruit, and then there's these 4 screens, and the fruit will be flashing on the screen, and then it'll stop on a fruit. You have to stand on those platforms that the fruit matches, because the other platforms are going to give out. So, but you got to remember it because the fruit goes away on the platform. So you can't. You got to It's like a memory game. You got to remember which fruit match that platform and stand on it. Yeah, it's real. It's fun. It's really fun. It's really fun. I'm not surprised that this game blew up. I'm not surprised. This game it really is that fun. No bullshit.
Yeah, it's also blowing up on Steam too, man. I'm hearing
yeah.
got a big release. Is it on the Xbox yet or no? No, I'm legit asking. I don't know.
Yo.
Yeah, nah, I'm not even making fun because we're not doing the fanboy thing here. I'm
I know. It's just like the way you asked it. Like I can just imagine your face. No, it's not on. It's not on Xbox.
Okay, all right. So it's just PS4 and Steam. It's on not on the Switch yet either.
Yo, boy, stop asking me questions.
yeah, I'm legit just asking. I didn't know. I don't know.
No, it's only for PlayStation 4 and PC.
Oh, all right. You know what I mean? I'm curious, man.
Yo,
I just downloaded it. Just downloaded, man. I'm curious.
Oh,
man.
God, man. Yo, Bari, you're a funny guy, man.
Yo, you turn it that way.
No, I didn't turn it that way. You asked me the question. I'm like, it's gaming, though.
All right, my bad.
But yeah, yo, so the game is really fun. I definitely think y'all should check it out. It's free for PlayStation Plus for this month, so you really don't got to pay nothing. It's really a great game, and it's a good pick up and play. So, moving on. Another big announcement this week that I'm excited about, but I'm also not going to start this game again until at least a little bit later. Last of Us Part 2 got a big update this week, guys. Can you guess what the update was? Can you guess what the update does?
What everybody complained about the first time? Yo, where's that grounded?
Where is that ground? Well, people were complaining that there was no difficulty trophy, which I actually I agree. Like there definitely should have been a difficulty trophy for Last of Us Part 2, just because there always is one, right?
I agree.
So I that part I do, but I'm glad that they so essentially Grounded has been announced. It's out right now. The Grounded trophy is there. There's also a permadeath trophy, Bari. Let's list off what's happening, because this was a big update, right? 1.05 patch. So the 1.05 patch has the Grounded difficulty, and there's also a permadeath mode. So for veteran Last of Us fans, Grounded difficulty represents the ultimate test of skill. This difficulty raises the stakes by not only making enemies deadlier and ammo, upgrade, and crafting materials incredibly scarce, but also removing invaluable tools for survival, such as disabling listening mode, deactivating elements of the HUD, and more. Beginning with the update, Grounded will become one of the base difficulty options available when starting the story, so you won't need to have beaten the game already to access it. Not only that, they are also getting new graphics, audio, and gameplay multipliers. So you've got mirror world, mirror on death, slow motion, bullet speed mode, infinite ammo, infinite crafting, infinite melee duration, infinite listen mode range, one shot, touch of death, 8-bit audio, 4-bit audio, helium audio, xenon audio, saves now, displays playtime up to the second, film grain adjustable options, disable listen mode option, motion sensor function aiming option, arc throw, HUD display option, aiming acceleration scale option.
That was a need.
Aiming ramp power scale option, accessibility improvements to ground zero encounter, collectible tracking, enhanced listen mode for collectibles, and rope gameplay. New options and improvements. Saves now display playtime into the second. Film grain, blah, blah, blah. Read all that.
So this
And
update pretty much turned it into a Naughty Dog game.
pretty much.
Yo, I'll be honest with you. When I was playing this game, I love The Last of Us Part 2. But when I was playing it, I was just like, yo, where's the Naughty Dog options when you beat the game? You know, when you playing the game and you get your little currency that they have. You know, I was spending it here and there in some of the portraits, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna fall back instead of buying all these portraits. I'm gonna wait until they update this game. And yo, my dream came true. You know what I mean? 'Cause I saved up my stuff. You know, I played the game like 3 times, so I have a lot of money, and I'm going to be buying infinite ammo and all that.
Yeah, for real. I played it twice.
I am going to go through Grounded.
Okay.
I'm gonna because just like Last of Us 1, you know, I don't know if you guys know, I was uploading like gameplay showing people how to, you know, beat certain parts in Grounded. Last of Us Part 1, like easy strategies that, you know, I've done. And I'm most likely do the same thing with Part 2, but I definitely have to play a lot before I can get to that.
When are you going to are you going to play so are you going to wait till PS5 to play Grounded on Last of Us 5 Part 2, or are you going to do it at some point this year?
I think I'm going to wait to PS5 because there's just so much to play here, because September is going to be crazy, whereas Marvel and you know, 13th Sentinel.
Yeah.
October is most likely probably going to be COD season.
Oh yeah, maybe COD season starts.
I mean, we'll see. I think I'm going to be on Avengers a lot, so I don't know if I want to be. Well, when that PS5 come, like the first
Miles
2 games. Oh yeah, Miles Morales.
Miles Morales is what I'm playing on PS5.
Definitely, when I do like backwards compatibility, it's going to be Final Fantasy 7 and probably Last of Us Part 2. So I'm not gonna. I'm going to play it. I'm going to get the trophies. So yeah, the permadeath stuff, I'll definitely look into that. I'm not sure if I'm built for that.
There's a trophy for that too, the permadeath stuff. So.
Yeah, I seen that, but we'll see if I actually, you know, try that part. But I want to get that trophy for sure.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, for me, definitely. That's definitely wait until PS5. Straight up.
Yo, there's a lot of PS5. Man, there's a lot of games like I'm thinking about like when I'm going to get the time to play Last of Us again.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of games coming out. You know, like you said, once October hits, mid to late October, that's Call of Duty. That's Call of Duty season. You already know, Bari, how that go. Call of Duty season. Plus, I'm pretty sure it's Treyarch, so you know we on that heavy. But not only that, but I think I think also Last of Us, they might be releasing the factions at some point later this year as well.
That online is
online like that. But, we're still waiting on that.
Well, you know what? This update kind of gives me a lot of hope for the online, because they're increasing the ADS. You know, they're increasing the sprint out time as well. So you're not going to be doing that just for single player. You know what I mean? Like aim acceleration scale, aim ramp up power scale. That's ADS and that's sprint out. Yeah. You know, for the time that you are running in the game to aiming down sight, that's your sprint out time, and the ADS state there. They're also increasing. So I don't see them just doing that just for single player.
Yeah.
You know.
Plus, go ahead.
This is a good update, man. It's a great update. Like I said,
they put a lot of stuff into it. So it's definitely a lot. Yeah. It's definitely a lot there. I'm excited. I'm not surprised. I'm excited. You know, I'm definitely going to get through that grounded mode. You guys already know when I did my grounded playthrough for Last of Us 1 right before Last of Us 2 came out. I'm doing the same thing with this. You know, I'm definitely going to stream the Last of Us 2.
I was struggling.
Cut it out. What?
You did good. You did. I'm messing with you.
Only thing I was struggling on was, I'm embarrassed to say it. The only thing I was struggling on was David. The David boss fight. That was it.
Oh, David? Yeah. David, easy, man.
David was, I was overthinking it. That's why. I was giving him too many chances to kind of like recover and get to a high spot.
You was actually trying to play stealth for that.
Yeah. I messed up. So that's the only part I was like,
up quick. 60 seconds. If it's longer than 60 seconds, I'm gonna restart the encounter. I don't have time to play around with David, man. We get through that.
But yeah, outside of that, shout out to Naughty Dog, shout out to Last of Us. But let's move on. So, Control.
Oh man, this hurts.
Control Is Control anti-consumer?
This hurts, bro.
I hate using this anti-consumer word, but we're gonna use it. All right, so guys, so Control Ultimate Edition is launching on the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 later this year. Right? That's great, right? And the Ultimate Edition comes with all the DLC, everything, all the bells and whistles. Free PS5 upgrade is not going to be available to existing Control owners. So if you bought Control now, like if you bought it like the digital deluxe when it first came out or whatever, you will not be eligible for a free upgrade to the PlayStation 5 version of the game. This feature is exclusively only available for people that buy the Control Ultimate Edition that is launching later this year for people. Bari, I ask again. Is this anti-consumer?
Yo, we definitely spoke about this before the podcast, and I was hurt when I saw this because I did buy the digital deluxe edition where I got like all of the expansions and stuff like that, where it comes to all the single player post stuff, and the Ultimate Edition does pretty much combining all of that stuff. Even though it's $30 from what I'm seeing here, it's still a kick in the nuts that. Even though you have all of the content from this buying the game originally when it first came out, and all of the season pass, we're going to call it, right? You have that content there, but you have to buy the Ultimate Edition to get a free upgrade to PS5 and Series X. That's a little messed up, man. What is going on with them here?
Yeah,
I don't understand. Like, Remedy think like I know this is not by Remedy. This can't be by Remedy.
It might be 505 doing this. I don't want to put it all on Remedy. It might be 505. It might be something that the suits, and when I say suits, I mean executives. Yeah. The suits might want this to happen.
It said Remedy has confirmed that Control Ultimate Edition will be launching PS4 September 10th, 2020, with a PS5 version coming later in 2020. On top of that, a free PS5 upgrade will be available to those who purchase the Ultimate Edition. That's Remedy. Remedy is confirming it.
Yeah, but just to kind of play devil's advocate, with Remedy, Remedy confirming that might not be something that they themselves want to do. That might, like that's what I'm saying. It might be coming from the suits.
To be honest with you, this is such a bad move here. They're gonna. I'm pretty sure by next week they're gonna update this. There's no way they can do this, man. Like, you already have I already have the content. I don't need an Ultimate Edition. That's like me buying Horizon Zero Dawn Ultimate Edition. You know what I mean? I don't need to buy that. I already have the Frozen Wilds when it first came out.
Yeah.
Jeez, please, there's nothing extra that's coming into this Ultimate Edition. Why are you? I understand you charging for the Ultimate Edition. It's pretty much normal $40. Practices it's normal, right? But the free upgrade, come on, bruh. That's messed up.
I think. I mean, for me, I'm only going to speak for myself, right? For me personally, I wasn't going back to this game on PS5 anyway. That's how I feel. That's how I feel about it.
I was, because the performance wasn't that great. Like you pause the game and you try to come out of the game. It's
the loading, like, the loading, the performance, like that stuff was definitely a big. The frame issues was a huge problem in this game. Like it really was a problem. The film grain was a little too much.
Yeah. That's another big update that we forgot. The film grade, you can take that off in Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I said when I was options. There was a lot of things with Control that were bad. I don't want to. Yeah, bad. I'm just going to be straight with it. The story was cool. The combat was great. But there were certain things that I just was like, I'm not really feeling this.
You want to hear a funny fact, Persona?
Go.
I got to the end of that game, but I couldn't play anymore because I'm sick and tired of just going into a menu or pausing the game and I come back and that junk goes, it's stuttering. I'm like, bro, nah, I can't. I was waiting. I was like, you know what? I'll come back when they patch this shit. And I never came back. I'm legit at the end of the game,
Oh,
bro.
you ain't beat the game?
Nah, I didn't beat that joint.
Exposed.
I'm legit at the last mission, and I have few of those.
The last mission is quick. You might as well just do it. It really will take you like
no,
maybe
but
15
nah,
minutes.
I stopped it because I was like, yo, man, I can't even pause this fucking game.
Yeah.
But then I was like, I'm gonna wait for the patch to make it clear up, and I just never went back to it. Went back to it.
Yeah, I think it's one of those things where, I'm just like, it's whatever for me. For me personally, it's whatever. I wasn't buying the game a second time anyway, and I really don't have any care to buy the DLC and play the DLC. I played the story. The story was cool. I'm good. I'm good personally.
And you platinumed it too,
yeah,
right?
I platinumed it. Yeah, 'cause like I said, it's a cool game. Like it's not a terrible game, but the performance issues, will definitely turn you off. So I'm surprised I stuck through it as long as I have, but I did. So, we'll see. But yeah, definitely. I think for people that bought the game, though, definitely Remedy 505, whoever, you gonna have to change that. Y'all gonna have to change that because that's definitely not. That's not right.
He said, let's say you go to work and you do something for a client. Does that mean all future updates that come out should update that client paperwork for free?
Well, see, that depends because if you do some work for a client and the work that you do isn't satisfactory, normally companies will come back out or companies will, do something to the satisfaction of the consumer.
Yeah, and also like whatever work you're doing with a client, whatever contract you have, made, how we approach. There's a lot of variables to that question though. But with this game here, you already purchased the game and you have the content. You don't have to. You buying the Ultimate Edition is repurchasing all of the stuff that you already have. There's no other real updates to the game. It's just all of the compiled content in one package, rather than how you originally purchased the game, where you had the game and you had the season pass where you get the expansions when they come out. You paid I think it was like $90 or $100 for all of the content. Here it's just okay, we're coming out a little bit later here, and here's all of the content that was already available, or the ones that's coming out soon, the Alan Wake stuff. You have it in one package, but you already have that. You already signed that deal there with purchasing the season pass. So you buying you don't have to buy the Ultimate Edition. So yes, that client should get the free upgrade for their paperwork because you already put the dotted line on what content to come out later. You already have that established. So they're telling you now, it's like, oh, so hey man, you want to upgrade on that content, you have to repurchase everything that we have already done for you, and then you will get it again. But there's no real update to. They're not doing anything special with the Ultimate Edition. They're not. They just consolidating all of the content that you already have or you have already access to. But they're giving you a caveat where they're saying like, yo, if you want that PS5 upgrade, you have to repurchase all of the stuff that you already have. That's not good practices, man. That's not good at all. If Remedy is okaying that 505, that's not good. I'm pretty sure that they're going to change that like next week coming up. You're going to see an update like, oh, we're sorry to let you guys. We're going to let you guys know that yes, if you already purchased Control, you can get the free PS5 version. Cause that's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy to me.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see what's up.
It ain't no fee. People should be speaking out. It ain't
no. Definitely speak out. But what I'm saying is, we'll see how Remedy and 505 will move based off the backlash of the community when it comes to what they're saying here.
Yeah, but I understand they got to put in the work. But you already bought the game. You already have the content. Why do you have to purchase the content again? You know what I mean? Like say Persona, he platinumed the game already. So for him to get a free update, he got to spend another $30 on something that he already completed everything for the game. That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
Regardless, they got to put work in for the PS5. Then you have a PS5 version.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be more accepting of that rather than we got to buy our Ultimate Edition that has every freaking thing that you already have. We ain't update the game or nothing like that. You know, we ain't change the frames. We ain't do nothing. We ain't add no extra content to this special edition. This is the same shit that you already have. This is the same content that you already have access to that you're gonna be playing later this month.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah.
If that's the case, that it costs to update, charge for a PS5 version. I don't have no issue with that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll see. But yo, let's move on. So back in the day, Bari, did you ever play Def Jam? Fight for New York,
absolutely.
Vendetta.
Absolutely.
Def Jam Icons was trash, but
that was college days, man.
Yo, Def Jam was Def Jam was fire. So Def Jam, they teased something. Def Jam as in not Def Jam the game, Def Jam the company. They teased something on Twitter and they said, Def Jam Records, the streets saying we need a new Def Jam game, right? So and they got the hold on, let me show this tweet. I want to show this. How do I oh no.
Hey yo, I think they've been teasing this for a long ass time though, man.
Yeah, they have, and that's part of the reason why I'm like, let's see what happens. But so pretty much what they're saying is, the streets saying we need a new Def Jam game, and Def Jam Records is like, once our Twitter hits 1 million, we have a special announcement for y'all.
Yo, but they hit the 1 million though. They ain't say nothing.
This game was fire, bro.
I used to love this game. I used to play a lot of people. I used to play Buster. I used to play Method Man. Bone Crusher was really good.
Bone Crusher was one of mine. Noriega.
Yeah,
Fat Joe Budden. I used to play Joe Budden a lot.
Yeah, Joe Budden.
I played Joe Budden a lot. Redman.
Yeah, I was playing Method Man.
I played a lot of folks here. I played with a lot of folks.
Yo, you know who was good too? Yo, Snoop. Yo, I remember Snoop was like a boss.
Snoop was the best. What you mean? He was the boss.
Yo, he was OD, yo.
Yeah, he was. He was crazy. Would you want to see a new Def Jam game, Bari?
I think it's. I mean, like, yo, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Def Jam TOA tournament.
How I used to listen to music back then and how I listen to music now, I feel like majority of the rappers that's out now is hot garbage.
Oh, that's a fact.
But if they have the classic rappers in there and stuff, I'm down with it.
Well, not. I think if Def Jam was smart, right? Now, hear me out. If Def Jam was smart, they would just do either a remake or a new game and just have the classic rappers and have. Because there are a couple of new good rappers there. It
would be cool to see like
I wouldn't mind seeing J. Cole, Drake, Kendrick Lamar.
But the thing is, like, these rappers, if you put their name or their face in anything, they're gonna want mad bread. So I don't ever see this game like coming out anymore like that. Back then it was a little bit different. Like, it was like, yo, here's 60,000 for you to put in this game. People was like, all right, cool. But now in 2020, they're gonna be like, y'all want like 2 million. You imagine paying 2 million or plus for all these characters?
That would be a lot. If they make it happen though, that'd be dope. I would definitely love a new Def Jam game, or at least a Def Jam remake, right? Not Icons. Icons is trash. Not Icons. Def Jam Vendetta or Def Jam Fight from New York. Those are
Fight for New York with my shit.
Yo, that was fire. And did they hit a million, didn't they? Yeah, they're at 1 million.
But they ain't say nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, this is what the clout. Jam trying to come back.
Man,
they hit 1 million. Where's the update?
Full of it, man. They full of it, man. They hit 1 million, so they better, because they put the controller and everything. So they better definitely announce something, man, or we're gonna have to talk. Because I ain't feeling that. You
Wow,
know, doing it for clout, man. Clout chasing. That shit is unhealthy.
now they got a verified stamp on their shit. Cause they
They
trying to
had it.
play gamers.
They didn't have it before though.
Oh, I don't know. I don't follow Def Jam on Twitter, but
Oh, is this Europe? All right, so let's move on. So, Bari, is there a PlayStation controller color that you
so you know what?
always wanted?
Before we move on, Persona,
What's up?
I think you got to hit that wow because we have over 100 likes in here, yo. We just want to shout out everybody,
Word?
man. 185 of y'all in here, 109 likes, yo. We appreciate the love, man. Thank you guys for
Yo,
support.
shout out to
And yo, we
y'all.
did miss a big news. NPDs that Ghost of Tsushima was #1 NPDs, fastest selling game, new game.
I thought we talked about
Uh,
that last week.
no, the NPDs just came out on Thursday.
Okay.
And what you call it? So top, we're gonna go into the controller. Top selling games in 2020 so far has been Modern Warfare, Animal Crossing: New Horizons, The Last of Us Part 2, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Ghost of Tsushima at #5, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Let's go! MLB The Show, Resident Evil 3, Mario Kart Deluxe, and Mortal Kombat 11. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4 PlayStation exclusives in there, and 1, 2 Nintendo exclusives, and the rest are multi-plats. Pretty good showing for 2020, man.
Kakarot was a good game, man.
So Kakarot was an
That came out
excellent
this year, man. Damn, I feel like that came out last year.
January, yo. Number 6 on the chart, man.
That was a good
Ghost of
game.
Tsushima.
Got that platinum. The platinum was on point. I'm happy for Ghost of Tsushima though because, man, a new IP showing that love, that success. That's gonna keep the new IPs, new ideas flowing from PlayStation. So I love it.
But yo, that shows you that Ghost of Tsushima sold extremely well because it just came out.
Yeah.
July 19th?
Yep.
And already it's #5 of the top best-selling games in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
These games have been out for months upon months.
Yeah.
So, kudos to the PlayStation Nation and supporting Ghost of Tsushima. I just wanted to bring that up real quick.
Big facts. But Bari, I have to ask you a question. Is there ever been a controller color that you've always wanted but could never get?
Yes. I wanted that Sunset Overdrive color, that orange joint.
Yeah.
I need that Persona, man. I need that. And I want that midnight blue. I need that midnight blue.
That was the Uncharted 4 controller color.
I need that, man. And I could never get that. Always been sold out. I want that gray one too.
Yeah. Yeah. I want that rose. I want that rose gold. So all right. So anyway, some PlayStation controller colors are making a comeback. Unleash Your Colors. Those are the colors you see them on the screen. I don't think I need to name off all the colors, but these are supposed to be making a comeback at some point, sometime this month. For me, I think the only color I want, because I have like 2 or 3 red controllers already. I just want the rose gold, that turquoise blue and burgundy one.
Yeah.
Those 2 are probably the only ones. The
are you a fan of like the camouflage color controllers? You don't seem like a camo dude.
Nah, I'm not really big on camo colors and all that stuff. No. I never really buy that type of stuff.
I never been a camo color controller guy.
It's funny though. I have camo pants, but I barely wear them. But I don't really like camo anything really. Like I ain't no military guy.
They be having camo consoles and I'm never been a camo type of dude like that. But yeah, that berry is fire. That pink joint fire. And I need that midnight blue, man. Fire.
Yeah.
But I'm waiting for that DualSense.
Yo, listen. On the topic of controllers, right?
We just spoke about control into controllers. Oh!
Into controlling. Oh, yeah. So, the DualSense 5 will have 50% more battery life. Speculation. So it appears that the DualSense controller for the PS5 will have longer battery life than its predecessor. The images of the PS5 DualSense controller have appeared online with news of its extended battery. According to the information, the posters by Galaxy 666, the battery capacity is 1560 mega mAh is mega. What's mAh? Mega amps, right?
I don't know power distributions.
Yeah, it's 1500, over 1500 mAh. I forgot what the abbreviations for that is though. According to with the DualShock 4, the DualShock 4 controller is 800. The latest version of DualShock 4 controller featured a capacity of 1000 megahertz. Yeah, megahertz, right? Megahertz. I think mAh is megahertz. No, I don't know. Listen, I'm trying to figure out what mAh is. I forgot. I'm no lie. But this is the controller. Like, if this was Photoshop,
milliamp hour.
Milliamps, right? Milliamps. Thank you. Milliamps. Thank you. So 1560 milliamps, and the PlayStation 4 Pro controller is 1000 milliamps, right? If this was Photoshop, that man need to be working for Disney or something, because this don't look Photoshop.
I don't think this is Photoshop because the DualSense is a much bigger controller. It's like not much, but you can tell like it's wider. And when I look at the back of the controller, look at that. That's all battery right there. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that big thing right there, that's definitely the battery, bro.
You know what? You know what makes this that he's not photoshopping this? Go to the last pic. Look what he blocked out. Very smart. A typical photoshopper that's trying to get for the clout, they're not blocking none of this information out because they can definitely see the serial number and it can be like, okay, who sold this to this person? Look what they're blocking out here as well. So yeah, they're definitely blocking out some of the information there, which is good.
That controller,
but that's the battery. That's the battery right there.
Yeah, that's the battery. That controller looks.
That controller look like sex, bruh.
Yo, this controller. I swear, Bari, don't it remind you of the Astro C40, bro?
Yo, that's what I'm saying, bro. Yo, I've been using the Astros faithfully, bro. Ever since I updated these
to prepare your hands, right, for this.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, because this definitely, I think Astro was letting us know what was going on. This thing looks great.
If your controller, if the sticks ain't parallel, it ain't right. You know what I mean? No disrespect, but that's just how the controller should be.
Yo, and the analogs look like they're like a good distance away too, so you're not, your hands aren't touching or nothing like that.
I just like the buttons, man. I had the Vita looking buttons, the little clear crystal things.
Yeah, I like that as well. I like that. The light. I like the little light bar going around the sides. This is. Yeah. Man, we need PS5 news so bad.
Looking like, yo, listen, I think next week I'm gonna go on a hunt. I'm just gonna be driving around to these stores and see if I can find a DualSense in there somehow. You I'm just gonna try DualSense. I'm gonna try my luck, man.
Another quick one. So reportedly, newly published patent suggests PlayStation 5 cooling solution may use liquid metal as a heat conductive material.
Wow. Liquid metal.
Listen, I ain't no engineer, so I ain't even gonna begin to explain that. But
is this a T1000?
Facts.
The PlayStation. Listen, guys, the PlayStation 5 got T1000 technology in there. Liquid metal. That thing can morph. it can create stabbing weapons.
Stabbing weapons. Okay.
The T1000. No, it cannot create weapons. Only weapons like knives.
Yo. So yeah. Listen. This is a patent. Liquid metal for its cooling solution.
Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that to the PC people. I don't know about anything about
I'm gonna leave that. I'm just gonna put it out there, but I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it there.
We're gonna talk to the engineers, get them in here one of these days, and we're gonna chop it up about specs and stuff.
Get Mark Cerny in here, and I'm talking about the console. Like a Mark Cerny. All right. Anyway, moving on. So we are in the topic portion.
Topics.
We're in the topic portion of the show, guys, and The topic portion is pretty much where we talk about some special things that have been going on within the news within the week. So
Yeah,
this
some
week's
lies.
lies, deceit. So
Like I
guys,
told y'all in the intro, when it comes to the PlayStation Nation, and you out here, telling false information, we will jump you.
facts. Let me
You know,
set it up. Let me set it up. All right. So
I'm over here to spike it.
all right, guys. So earlier in the show, we were talking about how a lot of insiders, especially with PlayStation, right? It's a lot of it has been with PlayStation. We've been seeing a lot of quote unquote insiders making a lot of bold claims about
lying,
things
right?
pretty much lying, right? About the things that the PlayStation 5 can and cannot do, the things that are a part of or not a part of the PlayStation 5, and the things that are lies or truth, so to speak, quote unquote, right? So one of the things that had came out this past week was that a PlayStation 5 leak claims it might struggle to run at 4K. Despite its teraflops of power, the PlayStation 5 might struggle to run games at true 4K, whereas the Xbox Series X won't have that problem. That's according to Twitter leaker Aesthetic Gamer, who has a reasonably solid track record in PS5 leaks, who said they heard from developers that the PlayStation 5 tends to struggle with running games at 4K. It's his specific leak of what he said. Hold on, I want to read what he said, right? I don't want to read the article. Let's read what he says, right? So he says, I'm going to hate myself later for responding to this. I can feel it. People attracted to this sort of topic are horribly toxic, but a lot of people misinterpreted what I said, which is particularly my fault. Of course, RE8 will run fine on launch. That was never in question by me. But people should get ready for the real possibility that the PS5 is going to end up being the more expensive console between the two. I'm trying not to say much here, as I was asked not to, but prepare yourself, which does put Xbox Series X in a position it'll be the least expensive and more powerful console. I use RE8 as an example, but I heard from other devs that PS5 struggles with 4K games in particular, so you'll see a lot of fake 4K. That doesn't matter to some, but to get ready for that too. Xbox Series X doesn't have the same problem.
So I'm not even going to have you finish that. I'm sorry, because
my ears are bleeding.
My blood is
let me get the so okay. So all right, let's fast forward. So that was the that was
Hold
the
me back.
original. Yeah, I'm holding you back. Don't worry. Hold on. Let's get through. So that's what he said originally, right? But then it came out later. That this Dust guy who stated that the fake 4K stuff had been sacked as a mod on Reset Era and Thread Locked admitted he started this rumor to even things up after bad Xbox news, had no tech knowledge, and only knew bits and pieces about it very early RE8 build. He says, unfortunately, I'm not educated enough to know the specifics, though by fake 4K, I mainly mean that the people expect with games running 1440p, 1600p, internally using techniques to be 4K. However, I'm just passing stuff I've heard along from people working on games for both platforms, right? I commend you for your honesty. You do often repeat words and phrases you can't verify or don't actually understand, right? So look, closed on Reset Era. It was all bullshit. So let's get straight to the topic, right? It's all bullshit, right? A lot of these people, insiders, quote unquote, that are putting false, and this is why I say that misinformation is a It's a huge problem in this community because there were a lot of people that were jumping on this fake 4K PlayStation 5 not able to reach 4K with games argument. And they were using this as a way to damage PlayStation 5 without it already being there. Without anything. Bari, I need your thoughts here, man. Seeing all this information, hearing all this stuff, man, I need to know, what is your thoughts here, right? Because it trickled over. Guys, I'm not done. It trickled over, right? It trickled because then it changes to something else. And this is why I say it's a problem, right? So, Quantum Era, right? Oh. This guy, he asks, Quantum Era, a corridor shooter, is struggling to get 4K 30 on PS5. It's trying to get to 4K, which means downgrade, etc. Downgrade to optimize the run on PS5, right? Quantum Era themselves. Not sure where this quote comes from, but it didn't come from us. Quantum Era currently is running at 4K 65 to 70 frames per second unoptimized. We will be hitting our goal of 4K 60 frames per second, and there will be much more than just corridors. LOL. Listen, the misinformation that's being...
Look at the tags.
Oh, yeah. You know, they tagged all of us. Shout out to Eddie.
Beat the hell out this dude's legs, yo.
Yo, peep this. This is why I say misinformation is dangerous within this community, right? Because when it comes to these types of things, when you're pushing this type of information out there, right? Wow. When you're pushing this type of information out there, right? It can be detrimental because people tend to take things at face value and not do their own research. Bari, I need you to break this down for us. Break it down for the people in the chat, right? I need your thoughts on this situation, both these situations, and I need to know your thoughts on what is going on with these leakers trying to put putting this negativity on PlayStation 5. Give me your thoughts, man.
Yo, can I paint a picture for a second?
Of course, Bari. You got the floor.
I don't know if you guys remember a certain wrestler. His name was Ultimate Warrior. The Ultimate Warrior.
Hey, that's what.
This guy comes into the ring. He's shaking that rope. He's getting excited. He's getting pumped. That's how I am right now, as I'm getting ready to talk about this topic, because I'm boiling like the Ultimate Warrior. My veins is popping out right now. You understand what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Listen. You already know me. I hate lies, and I hate people that lie on the stuff that I like. You know what I mean? If there's a game that I like, if there's a platform I like, if you lie about that, I will come for your ass. Pause. Okay? And I saw these articles coming up. You know, me and Persona, we always, come together when it comes to the news articles, and it's like, yeah, we gotta talk about this because this is unbelievable. And we were saying this before, they got exposed. It was like, yo, this is not true. Because at the end of the day, PlayStation had a showcase showing games being captured on PlayStation, and get what resolution these games are on, Persona?
4K.
They had straight gameplay showing the games in 4K. No issue. Everybody's favorite people, Digital Foundry, was breaking down these freaking trailers. They wasn't saying anything like, "Oh, this is not native." The whole Ratchet and Clank trailer, the gameplay that they shown, they was like, "This is native 4K, running in 30 frames per second." There's a lot of stuff going on here and there. Native. But now these industry insiders is coming out the blue. Hey guys, guess what? PlayStation is struggling to I see, bro, Persona, I've seen people say PlayStation 5 is struggling to hit 1080p 60 frames. I've seen it.
You gotta be out of
here. I don't know what is going on here. I don't know what's going on. Like, why are we listening or believing these people? Like, yo, obviously we can all tell that these guys are trying. Yeah, I've been saying this for years, right? That people they are trying to even out the news, right? They're trying to even out the level playing field when it comes to the other platform. I'm not even going to mention the platform because this is a PlayStation podcast, right? But just because they're not so happy on this platform, they're trying to contaminate the news when it comes to the PlayStation 5 and it's not working properly. Oh, it's overheated. How many stuff we've been hearing that the PlayStation 5 is struggling to do this? It's struggling to cool. But here, a patent come out about liquid cooling or liquid metal. It's struggling to do this. Quantum error guys say, I don't know what the hell you hearing that, but this game is running 4K 65
above
to
60,
70.
above 70,
Yeah.
75, above.
Spider-Man, no 4K 60. Insomniac comes out. Spider-Man is going to have performance mode 4K 60 frames per second. Everybody's like, what does that mean? Now all of a sudden, all the news articles saying that 40K 60 frames per second. Everybody's like, all right, we got to stop this, yo. When it comes to PlayStation 5, I don't understand why we are so in this unbelievable state that a hardware company can't make great hardware to run the device, the games or not. Why is it such a hard belief? I don't get it. You know what I mean? The PlayStation 4 Pro got games running better than the Xbox One X.
This is what
I'm not making that up. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
This is the problem with, I have to say this. This is also partially PlayStation's fault.
Oh, not giving out the news?
Because we're still in the dark. So because we're so in the dark, you've got leeches and vultures that are putting out severely misleading information. And people are running with this stuff and taking it as fact. Now, it's different if you see this information and you're like, okay, I want to look deeper into this and understand where are you getting this information from? Compare and contrast type of ordeal, right? But to go and pass this information as fact, and people are using this as a fact, and I'm like, but where did he get his information? How accurate is? No. This is why I'm looking at PlayStation and I'm like, look, you need to do something. You need to do something here. Because we're all in the dark. Even the insiders, right? As much as these insiders like to, this, it's gonna. As much as the insiders like to act like they don't know nothing, right? A lot of these people don't know anything. Everyone is in the dark right now. That's why everyone is salivating for PlayStation news.
You know what, Persona, though? Not everyone is in the dark because the devs are... how is it that the devs, about one console, the devs are so positive? Like, these are actual devs coming out left and right. PlayStation 5 is running really good. Our game is going to be looking really, really good. We have no issues here with the PlayStation 5. The development process has been easy. But then we have these insiders that we found out that they're lying. They're coming out with all this information talking about, PlayStation is struggling. How it doesn't match up. The people that's making the game is telling us that the games is running fine. Epic came out and showed their new Unreal 5 engine on the PlayStation 5. It's not
wait, that's a good point. Wait, that's a good point. Let's stick there, right? Epic, right? They use PlayStation's platform to display an entirely new engine. 8K textures and all this great stuff. After seeing that, you touched something. Pause. After seeing something like that, right? How can you even doubt? How can you even look at anything else that an insider says and believe it?
Yeah. That's
No, go ahead.
You remember we going back. We said like, why are people ignoring the developers and they're confirming information with insiders. The dude came out and the straight said that he lied just so he can even up the news with the other platforms. One side is pretty negative and going through a rough time right now. We need to even this up. That's crazy, but it's such a contrast to what developers are saying on these insiders, these what do you call them? Tech guys, these fake tech guys are saying.
These YouTube and Twitter tech experts that don't know nothing. But
why are we seeing games or these publishers or developers creating things for the PlayStation specifically, but yet everybody's saying or insiders are claiming there's issues going on? We've seen the Epic Unreal 5 engine. Square Enix, they're creating a game designed for what, Persona?
PS5.
PS5. So, you know what I mean? So
I want to say something too. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
This is so what I got playing in the background is the Unreal Engine 5 demo that we saw a couple months back, right? Guys, this is something that I really want you guys to hear us, and I want you to understand something, right? When it comes to business partners, when it comes to how these things go, and I'm talking about the business of gaming, right? When you're showing off a game, you want it to look its best as possible, and you also want it to be the capabilities of that console that you're showing it on need to be there.
Yeah.
Understand the magnitude with this, right? They're not just showing you a game. They're showing you an actual engine, brand new engine. They're showing you a brand new engine running on the PlayStation 5. A demo built specifically within this engine, specifically on the PlayStation 5. Mind you, an earlier build of the PlayStation 5. So it will look even better than this. And you see something like this, and you're in amazement. You're in awe.
Persona, this was the demo that really, everything we've heard about PlayStation 5 was just like what people are speculating, what people, Des behind the background is saying. But when we saw this, I'm pretty sure this sold everybody on next gen hardware. This sold people like, yo, if this running on PlayStation 5, imagine the capabilities when this thing is really optimized later on in the years and stuff like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
But that's the thing that people need to understand. This game, look how beautiful this game is. And shout out to Corey, because Corey made a good point. 60% of the video games industry uses Unreal Engine to create their games.
Lord.
So if this game, shout out to Corey, man. Round of applause to Corey. Round of applause to Corey. Round of applause to Corey, because Corey makes a good point. Shout out, Corey makes an amazing point here. Majority of the industry uses Unreal Engine to create their games. And this is, what's funny? This comes full circle, Bari. Stick with me. Everybody in the chat, stick with me, right? Because Corey brings up an amazing point here. Stick with me. Stick with me. Stick with me. Bari.
Persona, I'm strapped in, baby. Let's go. Come on.
Okay, so what we're seeing here is a game that was built in Unreal Engine 5, right? Uh-huh. And we're seeing how beautiful games that built in Unreal Engine 5 will look, right? If third-party developers, even third-party developers that do not have exclusivity deals with PlayStation, are building their games in UE5, their games will, theoretically speaking, should still look this good.
Yo, this part right here,
because there are no compromises. This is the engine. So if 60% of the game industry is using Unreal Engine to create their games, essentially what we're seeing here when developers start using UE5 is next gen across the board for third party.
Yo, that's a crazy stat though. 60%. That's a huge margin, man.
A lot of people do use Unreal Engine though. A lot of people. I'm talking indie on up. A lot of people do.
Even from a mobile perspective
Yeah,
as well.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So seeing things like this, we're also seeing potentially what third party can do on the PlayStation 5. So if we see third party games that don't meet this standard, whose fault is it? If 60% of the industry uses UE5, and we're not seeing games at this caliber, whose fault is it? I'm asking you, Bari. I'm asking the chat. Whose fault is it?
I'll wait. The actual talent.
If the game has to be built across multiple, different consoles or whatever, whose fault is it if the game does not look at this caliber? If it's only being created for next gen? Because because Epic is showing us the possibilities.
Yeah, but you also gotta look in the resources, the talent. That plays a lot of.
That's why I asked, whose fault is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's up to the developers really to showcase the engine and utilize the hardware. But the end of the day is that the developers have been very positive when it comes to PlayStation 5.
All of them too. All of them.
For some strange reason, the insiders are, oh my God, it's the worst thing ever. This thing is struggling to hit 60. It doesn't have any 60 frames per second games. It's struggling to hit native 4K. You know what I mean? I'm just like, all right, bro, something is not right here. I'm just gonna go towards the developers and listen to them rather than
they're making the games.
Yeah, rather than listen to somebody that's hiding behind a picture, staying anonymous. You know what I mean? But the lies need to stop. Like I said, when it comes to PlayStation Nation, we don't play around out here. Like one thing I love and respect about the PlayStation guys is that when it comes to false information, they're very anal when it comes to that. No pause. You know what I mean? But they're very thorough. Like, you can't be spreading this type of information. That is as a gamer and as somebody that has an audience, you should be trying to be as accurate as possible when it comes to delivering news. You know what I mean? Like for us, if we make a mistake, what we have, moment of clarity, #moment of clarity. You guys can always email us at official what's up PlayStation at gmail.com, where you guys can let us know if we made a mistake, and we'll correct that in the next show. You know what I mean? It's our duty, especially if you have like a podcast or you say you are somebody that's in the know, you are an insider, and the fact that you can tarnish your whole reputation, like you said, with giving this type of false information just so you can have even up the playing the level field for these two platforms. You know what I mean? Why is it such a fault that PlayStation is delivering on its promises when it comes to PS5? And no, and not even to disrespect the Xbox. I don't know how these insiders are saying that the Xbox is not having any issues, yet you out here, we haven't seen anything really running on the Xbox One Series X. There's nothing that we have seen that have came out gameplay or games for Microsoft has been showing on a Series X, but yet the PlayStation that has been showing games running on a PlayStation 5 is the one that's struggling to run these native 4K games, but we're seeing the games in native 4K. I don't understand what's going on here. There's a disconnect here.
But that's what I'm saying, and this is why I'm so big, about the integrity of gaming, right? When you see people blatantly lie like this, right? You're not upholding the integrity of gaming.
Yeah.
Like you're not keeping it gaming. You're not being true to gaming. You feel me? If there's an issue going on with, PlayStation or something like that, or I want to know the truth, and I would, and with us, we want to give you the truth, because lying gets us nowhere, right? Something that I've said on my personal show quite a few times is I make the comparison of fans versus enablers, right?
Mm-hmm.
A fan is someone that is able to speak on the good and the bad of their favorite platform, brand, whatever. Speak on the faults and what needs to change. An enabler is someone that they know that there's faults there, but don't speak on them. They only speak on the good. You're an enabler. That's not a true fan. And the lying on PlayStation to even up the odds, even up the score, to just because the news that's been coming out is too good, too much, we need to even up the score.
Craziness, man.
Is it that bad? Is it really that bad? To lie blatantly to millions of people that just love gaming and want to get the news?
It might be, bruh. It might be that. It might be just that bad.
That's disgusting, bruh.
It is.
That's disgusting.
And what's the biggest disgusting part is that there's like, the news articles, like the websites that is trusting these insiders, right?
So freely, so easily.
Yeah, and they're reporting the false information that they're given. But I'm looking.
But the problem is they're reporting it as fact.
Yeah.
And not as
I'm looking at the article here that you have, right? But this article came out in the 15th. The guy within the same feed of the article that we're talking about has came out and lied, and the developer Quantum Errors came out and said, "Yo, we haven't said anything like that. Our game is running pretty good, unoptimized, by the way, and we'll be hitting our goal of 4K 60." And yet there's no correction on those site already. This is a PlayStation site. There's no correction. There's no update. There's no X and out. Oh, this was false information. The dudes came out and said, "Yeah, we lied." So that nobody is going back and verifying the information. Exactly. This article is still out to this day on PlayStation Universe, and there's no correction on the article. It's just out there. So people's going to be using this false information without it being corrected, and that's a big issue when it comes to this, the community, the industry, is that we have a whole bunch of all these false information that's going on here, and nobody is correcting themselves. As a website, you need to do the due diligence of verifying your information, or doing a background check, or coming back and checking on what is going on. You have a feed. This whole Twitter feed, I'm looking at the whole Twitter feed with Quantum Error, bro. I'm looking at the same website is not even correcting, and I like the website. You know what I mean? But you got to correct that, man.
Yeah, no,
you have to correct that.
This is what you have to do. Like, no, you because you have a duty, and this is why I say with a lot of game journalism, it's very iffy, man. Like I feel like they're working. They're not working for the people. Something like this that can be misconstrued, misinformation, you gotta print a retraction.
Yeah, you got to. You remember we had What's Up PlayStation website?
Yeah. And
if there was information or an update that came within the article that we wrote, we updated the article.
Yeah.
That's this common practice. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't have this false news coming out there 2 days later, and you haven't corrected anything. It's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm disgusted. I'm not surprised, and I'm also very disgusted because, again, it's all too common in the community that we see this types of stuff, and it's all too common that people get proven wrong time and time again, but don't learn from that mistake and try to be better next time, right? Probably fact check a little more.
Yeah.
It's just put the article out and let the let the community consume it and just debate and lie, and I'm good, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad that everything got corrected, and as the hardcore, the people that's up in the news, we can be a vocal majority and correct a lot of people out here as well. You know,
Yeah,
um, but yeah, I'm happy they got exposed.
very
Those
happy.
people. At the end of the day, like I normally don't even see like insider stuff until Twitter hits. Anyway, I'm not in no reset
Yeah, I
era.
normally, yeah, I'm not on that stuff either. If it's not
You know,
on Twitter, I don't know. I either
like
get tagged in it or like I see the retweet or
yo,
see a article
people
or something.
people DM me all the time, yo.
Yeah,
I told you guys this for many times. People DM me all the time. I'm not reporting everything I see in a DM that somebody has told me.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'm just like, yo. At the end of the day, I just want official information, man. You know what I mean? It's cool to speculate and analyze this and here and there. I'm all with that, but if it ain't official tissue,
Reason why
don't DM.
the reason why also official information is better is because most of the time there's more of it, so there's more to speak on. If official information is coming out, normally it's not just gonna be, hey, look, so we heard that it's gonna be this. No, it's gonna be, this is what it is. This is how we got to it, and this is what to expect, type of thing.
Exactly. Exactly.
Uh, but insiders, stop lying, weirdo.
Weirdo.
Second topic. Uh, what's the? Go ahead, Barry. You take the lead on this topic. The games,
Yeah.
the gas.
So the second topic is pretty much do you think that games as a service is the future of gaming? And the reason why the question is coming up because we've seen a lot of these games as service games that's popping up, and a lot of people is pushing this narrative that this is the future of gaming. I've gotten into many discussions with people on Twitter here and there talking about games. This is where the industry is pushing video games, and I pretty just want to put it out there for the PlayStation community and me and Persona just chop it up about games as a service because there are games that I enjoy that's games as a service like Avengers. Is definitely going to be one of those games where I'm going to be enjoying. I'm not saying that games as a service doesn't have its place within the gaming industry, but for it to be the future of gaming, no, because at the end of the day, however you want to chop it up as far as games as a service, if the game is complete or not, in my opinion, a game as a service game is not a complete game. Most likely it's going to have a roadmap on when future content is coming out and characters and whatnot, but it's not a complete full-fledged game as far as here's what we have beginning to end, here's the content, enjoy. And I feel that games as a service, yes, some of them are very enjoyable, but they also do prey upon gamers as far as you know forking over that money for the longevity of the game, which is understandable, right?
Mm-hmm.
If this game is more of a service game and you're looking to have the game expand and grow, it definitely takes time and money to have that happen within the game. But imagine that having majority of your games that come out have that same mindset that we're gonna, we're gonna spoon feed content monthly or 6 months at a time or yearly. Imagine that.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? I don't feel like video games will be as big as it is like it's the biggest media outlet out right now, right? Beating movies and music and all that. I wouldn't think it would be big as it is if every game is running on that path.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have your popular games like the Fortnite. You have your your Rogue Company, not Rogue Company. What's the other one that Respawn made? Uh, that shooter
Apex
that
Legends.
Apex Legends. You have those games that is doing really really good. But the game itself, as far as what you're getting, it's not the
Bare
success of
bones.
it.
Yeah.
It's the additional content that people are paying $80 for skins and you know $80 to so they can get their other equipment faster. That's the money that everybody's making, the microtransactions. You know what I mean? And
Yep.
I just feel like we don't need every game to be like that way. And I feel like if gaming is going to go down that path, it's going to look very, very ugly. And that's something that I don't want. I will stop playing for games. I would just turn off the internet and I'll play my single player, old school games, all day, every day. You know what I mean? Because like I said, we like games and service, and I'm not knocking it. There's games that I do like there, but to be the future, no, I want to nip that in the bud. And I see people on other platforms, they're trying to push this because of other services that platform is offering, and they're ready to compromise the standard of what a gamer wants and all that stuff just so they can see the success of that service. I'm not with that, man. I'm not with that.
Yeah, so I'll say this. That's pretty much right. When it comes to games as a service, right? It's the old saying that too much of a good thing isn't good. It becomes not good for you. In this scenario, right? So for me, I'm in the same boat as Bari when it comes to Avengers. I love Avengers, and anybody that knows me knows I love Destiny. I love Destiny, right? Outside of Destiny and realistically Avengers is going to be the next one, I don't play many games as a service games. Like I don't.
Can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Would you consider a fighting game, like in today's day and age, fighting games like a games as a service?
No.
Why not?
Because games as a service in that regard with a fighting game is what? Them having seasons? Is that why you would, like, in terms of that? Is that why it would be a games as a service? Because because what fighting games are different. The typical fighting game releases with 10 to 11 characters, right? It releases with the multiplayer mode. It releases with a training mode. You've got the mission mode. You've got an arcade mode and a story mode. That's it, right? After that initial launch of the games, right? You get the seasons, and they add more They add more characters into an already built game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't consider that a games as a service. I just consider that them adding DLC characters to a game.
I mean, there's adding more characters or a stage.
Yeah,
well,
stage.
I get that point because typically games as a service, they're adding more story content to it. Most fighters
expansions and stuff like that.
Complete.
Yeah,
the story's pretty much complete, and what you get is what you get.
It's just extra. Yeah, like fighter. We just had our Fighter Z tournament, so I'll use that. That released with a story mode, that released with the arcade mode, that released with a training, with world tournament mode, with all these different things. But we're in season 3 of characters. That's still if you were to just buy Dragon Ball Fighter Z without buying any of the season characters, that is a full game.
Yeah.
And if you didn't buy any of the characters, you wouldn't be missing out on anything that would be game breaking. So for example, I'll use Destiny, right? So with Destiny, when the yearly expansions come out, or the seasons, right? If you don't have the season pass, if you don't buy the expansions, you essentially are missing out on a lot of content, like actual story content, things like things that push the game world forward. Now, they normally do have free things that you can do, but not having the expansions or the seasons, the season content, you're really missing out on a lot. And there's certain guns and things like that you can't get because you're not playing the season content.
Yeah, okay, I get it now. I like I was saying to stick in the chat, I see like kind of 50-50 because you have like Street Fighter 5 that was announced as a games as a service. You know what I mean?
See Street Fighter 5, yes, because they were adding new story elements to each character. So yes, Street Fighter 5 would be a gas, but something like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, no. Something like Blaze Blue Cross Tag, no. Something like
that's why that's
funny.
why
Mortal Kombat would be.
Mortal Kombat is another one.
That's a games as a service.
Yeah.
So it depends. It really does depend. Because Injustice, the same thing. When they were adding new characters, they added also story elements to that and all that. So it really does depend. But
That's a good point. T-Man brought up you don't pay for the story content with Street Fighter 5.
that is true. It's in the game. It's just there. And it's funny, all the characters in the Street Fighter 5 story that came to the thing, they all were in the story already.
Yeah.
At least for that first season of characters. And
yeah,
first two seasons, because was it the Capri in the story too? I forget. It's been so long since I did the story. Yeah, she was there. All of them were there. But, when you look at something like Destiny, like I said, Destiny, if you don't buy the expansion at the, because Destiny does a yearly expansion where, you pay $40, $60 or whatever, and you get an entire, new raids, new strikes, new missions, new armor, new weapons, new multiplayer, things and all this other stuff. And that's them pushing that game world forward. If you're not buying into that, you're not progressing with the game world. Why play the game?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because say the fighters do come out, you still are getting that patch.
It's still the same thing. Yeah, it's still the same. Patch is a perfect example. When they patch characters, that's across the board. Not if you bought this character or this expansion, you get the no. It's across the board. Fixes and things like that happen. So
I'll say this: it's more of like a optional games as a service rather than like with Destiny. It's more like if you ain't updating, you asked out.
I don't. That's a little harsh to put it in those words. I would say this: if you're not buying the expansions, why play? Honestly, even though the game's free to play, why play the game? Like, if you like the game and enjoy it and you want to continue playing, why wouldn't you buy into that? You get what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't you buy the expansion?
I'm saying optional because with a fighter, right? Yeah, you're getting the updates. You are getting the updates regardless, but the characters is an optional part. Where you're saying with Destiny is that
Destiny, you get the updates too. No, the updates and all. No. So there's a free. Okay, how do I? Okay, so I'll use the seasons and not the yearly expansion. With the Destiny seasons, right? Every season there's a season. There's a seasons track, a season pass track, right? Where the more you play the game, it levels up, and you got to get from 0 to 100 by the end of the season, and you get all those types of free shit, free upgrade modules, free armor, weapons, exotic weapons, and all this other stuff. Yeah, there's a free track, and then there's a paid season owner track. Now, obviously, the paid season owner's track is going to have more things. The free track, some of the boxes that you level up, they're empty because you're not, it's free. So, they're trying to entice you to, buy the season. If you don't own the season, then, you can still level it up and do different things. And there's for instance, I'll use this season. This season is season of arrivals, right? So right now we're fighting the Vex, Cabal, all these other different things, and we're trying to stop this invasion from happening. So with I can't forget. I forgot her name already.
Dang, Luca gonna get you.
Yeah, Luca gonna get me. I forgot her name. Oh my god, season of arrivals. What's her name? Ikora. Anyway, Shorty, you gotta work with her and work with the Drifter to stave off the invasion. So there's these different public events and stuff like that all over on different planets that you can go to and participate in that. So the free part of the season is you get means to an end. Every week there's a means to an end mission that you do, and that part of it is what is you do that mission and you got to do different objectives on the planets, and then you can do a means to an end mission, and you also can do you're getting the Umbral engrams, so you can unlock the special armor, special weapons and stuff like that. That stuff you can do, but the dungeon, which is called Prodigy, Jesus Christ, and I was just playing yesterday. Prodigy, I forget the name of the dungeon. The dungeon is behind the season. If you're a season owner, you play the dungeon. If you don't have the season, you can't play the dungeon. So there's free things for you to do with each season, but there's specific activities that apply to the actual season. You got to have the season pass to do that. And the season pass only costs $10. But now the thing is, with games as a service, like I said, too much of it can definitely be bad. Do I want every game to be a games as a service? Hell no, right? If they were to make, you know, I'm trying to think of a game that, like I said, the games as a service games that I play is really just Destiny. Because would we consider COD a games as a service?
I think COD, especially PS3 days, have always been like that games as a service kind of thing.
So so then COD. So
the multiplayer map, it kind of.
Oh yeah, if you ain't have the maps, you couldn't. Okay, so fine. So COD. So then two games, Destiny and COD are the main games as a service games that I play. The Avengers will be the third one. Outside of those three games, I do not play any other gas games. Right?
Yeah. I mean, I play my multiplayer. I agree with you as well.
But we can't look at multiplayer as gas.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Every game that has multiplayer isn't gas. Games as a service. So
that's true.
You know, we really have to look at it at a deeper level. You can't look at it at the surface level and say, "Oh, this is gas because it has multiplayer and there's maps."
It's also because development has just changed of how games are now, because back then in the day you just didn't have the technology to fix your game. A lot of games were broken back then. How everybody said they love old school gaming and the games was complete. There's a lot of broken games back then, but you just couldn't do nothing about it. You just enjoyed what you enjoyed. But now developers can send you a patch update to fix a broken mechanic. Like say Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Amazing game. People loved it, right?
A lot of broken characters.
Thanos was cheap. There's a lot of broken characters. Imagine that game coming out today, day and age. A lot of those characters that's broken that have these infinite loops can get patched.
Facts.
So, like the fixing a certain thing, people put that in like games as a service and stuff. But I wouldn't say that as well.
But that's what I'm saying. But when it comes to a lot of other games that I play and enjoy, right? Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Suikoden. Dragon Quest 11, Assassin's Creed, even though Assassin's Creed really is a gas right now too. Tony Hawk. I'm looking at my games. Grand Blue Fantasy, Persona 5. Trials of Mana, Tales of Berseria, Tales of Zestiria, Oninaki, Nino. Like, I don't just that's what I'm trying to say. A lot of people. My horizons is very vast when it comes to the games that I play. And I know you as well, right? You're not sitting here playing gas all day, right? I'm not sitting here playing gas all day. Destiny is really the only game. And again, Destiny and COD, those are the main games I come back to throughout the year, right? Bari, perfect example with Black Ops 4, right? Whenever new CODs come out and we play that first month like super hardcore, then we fall off a little bit because other games that we want to play come out. Then we see that the maps are coming out, or a new gun or a new what, and we come back and we play hardcore. Then we fall. Those types of games you can kind of play and fall off and play, especially with COD. I play COD throughout the year, but not consistently. I play for like a month hardcore, fall off. Play for 2 weeks, fall off. Destiny 2, I come on, I do the expansion stuff, then I'm off and I'm playing other stuff. If all you're playing is gas games, expand your horizons.
And some people saying that they want that to be the future. Like,
no, they don't.
Can't see that, man. I can't see those type of games as being the only type of games to be there. Like, gaming is supposed to be varied. You know what I mean? It's to fit all types of gamers. Having that. If all video games is being pushed to be like a games as a service,
that's not a future I want. Just like I don't want this subscription future stuff. I don't want none of that.
That's Skynet shit, man.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. Because you're really giving these companies control now with stuff like that. With like how they release games and when they release them and how broken or how lacking in content they are when they come out. Nah,
they can dictate. When the game is going to be finally complete. You know what I mean? Yeah. So you're going to see a lot of these early access bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's not something that I want. And that's not something that I think any of us should really push towards. And I'm talking as a majority. that shouldn't be a majority. We still need our JRPGs. We still need our, single player only games. Like, again, as much as I love The Last of Us 2's multiplayer, having that strong single player game, I was good. Good. Ghost of Tsushima. After you get the platinum and you complete all the collectibles, that's it. Like, those games, I love games like that because that's it.
Yo, Ghost of Tsushima,
you don't feel compelled to come back.
I put probably over 100 hours in Ghost of Tsushima, man.
Oh yeah, I put a lot of time into Ghost of Tsushima.
Yo, I was exploring everywhere in that game, man.
Oh yeah.
There was hours upon hours where I was just fighting dudes, just because what I mean. I just wanted to try out new stuff and probably open up save or clip for like a combat, combo that I did or something.
Yeah. So it's games that are just like that, where there's a ton of collectibles, story, some side content, and that's it. That's good enough, man. I think for a lot of people, they have a problem looking at that and thinking that's good enough because they want endless, mindless. Nah, bruh. Every game don't need to be endless. Every game doesn't need to be 150 hours. Every game doesn't need to have multiplayer. Every game does not need to have this overinflation of fun. If it's just fun, that's good enough. Like, I use Avengers for a perfect example. And funny enough, it's a gas, but playing the harm rooms in the same couple of missions in this beta, I still love it because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
People want this over. I see a lot of people. Oh, Avengers isn't good. They'll say it's fun to them, but then mention this long list of negatives and how they're passing. I'm like, but you had fun. Like, you pass on something that's fun to you? Oh, it's fun, but I can imagine it getting boring. But you just said it's fun. Like, if it was boring, it would be boring now. Like, I don't get it. I keep going back to the beta and playing it because it's fun. I enjoy it. Playing the same 3 harm rooms, the same 6 Utah missions. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm about to play the beta right after this.
Facts. Exactly. It's fun, guys. And I think this is what people have to understand. Playing a game, if the game is fun to you, that should be enough. It doesn't have to be overinflated, endless, 100 hours, 300 hours. Come on, guys. Come on.
I think fun is definitely an aspect that should be there, but I want it all, man. I want the graphics. I want a good story.
No. Graphics and all. No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying people trying to overinflate. This games as a service is people wanting more than they can themselves truly handle.
Yeah.
If there's 5 games as a service games coming out, you playing all 5 of those? No. No one can manage that much. You have a life and have all this other stuff. No, games as a service games have a good way of making you feel like if you're not playing, you're missing out. So if you got 5 games as a service games and you can only play 2, you missing out on a ton of stuff from these other 3 games.
That's why
as opposed to a single player JRPG game or single player story driven game, you can come back to it whenever, however, and still be in the same spot and you ain't missed nothing.
Big facts.
That's it.
Yep, that's pretty much it, guys. You know what I mean? Hopefully you guys are enjoying the podcast. Yo, can I shout out some of the subscribers real quick?
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Patrick J, Dreamwalker, The Unknown Journey, Jordan Dog 93, Philly the Weapon, Ghostface, Art Bars, Craig the Tech Guy, Kerry Howard, JKS Guy Code 17. We appreciate all the subscribers today and yesterday, because some of those were like yesterday. But man, we're definitely moving on up there. Yo, we are trying to hit like 1,000 subscriber goal. I'll say like end of September, and I think we can hit that goal. You guys, sharing out the videos, coming on through, supporting What's Up PlayStation and the podcast. And trust me, you guys won't be disappointed with the content that we have planned for you guys.
Big facts.
But yeah, that's pretty much the show right there, man.
Yeah, man, guys, we definitely appreciate you guys coming through. Really, really great show today. There's a lot of great topics. Really good discussion. Always, love coming through with my boy Bari. We chop it up, talk some games, man.
Absolutely,
It's on
man.
point.
Persona,
Prophecy.
persona.
Hold on. Gabriel, thank you. Prophecy. That's the name of the dungeon. Thank you. Prophecy.
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 Yeah, Gabriel, mad
Prophecy.
late.
Badly, but yes, prophecy.
Shout out to Gabriel though, man.
But yo, man, listen. This is, like I said, guys. This is a podcast that me and Bari created, man. A great podcast just to talk about all things PlayStation. This is a PlayStation centric podcast, only talking about PlayStation news, things that may pertain to PlayStation or are parallel to PlayStation. And this is, this is what me and Bari are passionate about. We appreciate you guys that continue to support us and come through and share the streams, retweet the tweets, and likes the videos and things like that, comments, chills with us, man. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna get into these outros though. Bari, give us your outro, bro.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Jay Bari. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning into the What's Up PlayStation podcast early this morning. I'm seeing the chat. You guys are pretty much enjoying these podcasts. Don't be afraid to hit that like button and share the stream out, man. Definitely trying to grow out here in these streets. And, hopefully you guys can appreciate, that's like a PlayStation podcast. We try our best to refrain from, the console war and stuff here, or, just bringing up other platforms. I know everybody's pretty sensitive. And you guys definitely, I tried my best to not bring up the other platforms, as well as I was trying to, relay my points in the topic and earlier, news articles. But thank you guys for, rocking out with us. If you guys want to support the podcast even further, definitely hit up that Teesprings, get you a nice little shirt. We out here, man. We got some colors out there. Teesprings.com/what's up PlayStation podcast. Get out there, man. Look jiggy. While you watching the show, you rocking the What's Up PlayStation podcast, man. We'll appreciate that. Also, we're gonna talk about this game night with Fall Guys. If you guys are interested in coming through that, let us know. If we made a mistake in any of the podcast stuff, email us at official What's Up PlayStation at gmail.com and hashtag moment of clarity in the title, and we'll read your correction in the following show. If you guys have a question as well, same email, official What's Up PlayStation at gmail.com, hashtag question, and ask the question, and we'll get to it during the later aspect of the show after the topics. But boy Jay Bari, thanks once again for coming through, and I'm gone.
Yeah, guys, it's your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, and man, like I said, this was a really, really great show. One that really appreciate you guys coming through and continuing to support us, like I said. And we're gonna grow. We're gonna get to this 1K. We really gonna get big time out here. And with your support, your continued support, sharing out the streams and all that good stuff, it's gonna happen, right? It's definitely gonna happen. But yeah, with that being said, guys, we are gonna get up out of here. Like Bari said, if you enjoyed the show, like it, subscribe, share the stream out. Also, official What's Up PlayStation at gmail.com. If you questions, moment of clarity if we made mistakes. Also, official WUPS on Twitter. Check us out. Right, support. Definitely check us out if you're feeling it. Follow us and all those different things. But yeah, with that being said, guys, we are going to get up out of here.
Hit that subscribe button.
Have a great weekend. Please be safe, and we'll see you guys next Saturday. Same time, same place, same crew. We out.
Yeah.